All right, hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's session of the Curse of Strahd. Roll for your lives with your friends, Stinkerino Supreme. We got Ark the Paladin, played by Andy the Stinker. We got Lucia the Cleric, played by Ash the Stinker. We got Farron the Druid, played by Mawaya the Stinker. We got Lobrin the Fighter, played by Zach, who is actually hygienic.
Thank you very
My
much.
character's gone because
And then
Riz.
Winter is fucking dead. Winter, both her character and her are floating face down in a 2-inch puddle outside of a Denny's right now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Why
Winter,
2-inch
check
puddle?
Facebook.
Why the Denny's? Wait, there's so many questions to the story.
You don't need to know, just don't ask. This is fine.
It genuinely feels like just yesterday we were playing this exact scenario, but it was already a week ago.
It's true. It's true. Thank
Hey,
you,
Paper. Thank you for the resub. They've been subbed for 8 months.
Paper is baby
Yay.
girl. I love Paper.
Papers,
use it.
please.
I use it for most of my
Such a fun game.
My drawing.
It is a
and
fun
letters.
game, but I suck at it.
Anyway, let's start off this
Fuck, how do you
session.
spell this word?
Wizard? What word?
Sorry.
Bless you.
Alright, we're good.
What word are you trying to
real
spell?
strong.
Don't worry about it.
I want to
Anyway.
know.
Don't worry about it.
Let's start by asking one simple question. How has everyone's day been today?
Good. I got my ears pierced, so.
Yahoo!
Nice.
Welcome to the club, baby. You can
Hello,
start
Crimson.
collecting
Hello,
dangly
Aztec.
earrings like all of us cool people.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is that I didn't want to get a jewelry box, so I hang all of my dangly jewelry on a bonsai tree next to my bed.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
That is. I need to get a jewelry box now that you bring it up.
Yeah, you could get like a coffin.
Did Winter just say achoo to sneeze?
I sneezed! Hello,
Sneeze like a
Max.
fucking
It's
cartoon
Max! Hi,
character.
Max!
Oh,
Hi, Max.
Max, we adore you.
Hey, Max.
So yeah. Let's talk about player inspiration real quick.
Yeah, let's go
And
over the most
I don't-
fakest sneeze ever.
A cartoon character when they sneeze. Achoo.
Lipstick in my Valentino white bag.
So, so last week, the person that won player inspiration was our very own Lobrin, bowl cut and shining armor.
The Stallion of
Lobrin.
Waterdeep
Thank you.
himself.
Thank you.
Stallion of
Yes,
Not the
Waterdeep.
stallion.
Lobrin.
You will regret this for the rest of this week himself.
This week.
I know.
Hey, Raboo.
I don't want to think
Don't
about
even
get that as
Lobrin.
well.
That's right. Last session was so fucking funny. I was wheezing for like half of it.
And then you fucking gut punched us, you fucking dick.
Well, sorry, I needed the last laugh. And aside from that, community inspiration, you all voted on the Discord, and thank you for doing so, goes to Farron this week. Farron
Yay!
just cleaning
Didn't
it
get piped.
up.
Got the inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's true. Congratulations on your charming your charm of flirting with a shopkeeper. That was good.
Thank you. Thank you. I do try my best. I have my talents.
There goes my hero.
Arm of flirting with the shop.
There goes my shopkeep.
That's a new sentence.
Watch him as
Probably the last point of happiness we'll have for the rest of this campaign.
Yes, yeah. You might.
Yes.
For those of you who were not here last time, the reason we're not seeing one familiar mirror is because she was decided to wander off with a kindly stranger who was very polite, offered her a carriage ride. She took it, and she's no longer here.
I got made an offer that I couldn't refuse.
I couldn't refuse on this the day of my daughter's wedding. Indeed.
Wait,
So,
I was positioned.
Well, before
Here.
we begin,
Yeah, I just added your guys back in because I was throwing around your models all over the place earlier. So feel free to place those where you will.
I was
before we get
protecting
into
my
it, I
new
think we need to start
BFF.
this off right.
Oh.
What-
Oh, God. Oh,
Good
God.
Lord.
Potions.
Oh, okay. I actually do
Oh.
have a. I got a new bottle of Crown Royal Blackberry.
Ooh.
Hey, yo, that sounds
Give it a
delicious.
shot.
What,
Let's try it out.
what
We'll try it out.
alchemist concocted that?
I have no,
It's true.
no idea.
We're gonna get it.
What
trouble,
are the
guys.
effects of that potion?
Disorientation and confusion for several minutes.
You feel like
Love
you
of
have +4
confusion
charisma, but in
causes
reality,
great
it's just
confusion.
-5 everything.
A potion of false charisma actually sounds pretty funny.
That would be.
Yeah,
As
that
like
would
a,
be pretty
a
good,
cursed
actually.
So, like,
item.
it makes you feel more confident, but it actually gives you a -1 charisma.
Thank you for the hydrate sippy mix. And also, cheers, everybody.
Cheers to
It-
you.
It gives you a +3, but makes you roll at disadvantage.
Ooh,
that's great.
that's
That's
pretty damn.
That's quite a gambit, actually.
Yeah, that is. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab that alcohol,
Go and get that alcohol.
Potion.
and then I will do the recap upon my return.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
And while we are waiting for him, I'll
How's everyone doing out there today? How's the lovelies?
I'm so tired.
Oh.
I am feeling a day older today. Crunk!
Kronk? Hell yeah.
Crunk.
Hell yeah.
What if I
What if you
I
what?
did that
Oh shit.
Okay. All right.
and
Who's
gave
taking
it to the birthday boy?
Oh God. All right. Fine. That's 2 drinks that I have to take. I'm gonna.
In that
fucking
case,
kill
I
him.
guess spoiler alert, guys. It's our DM's birthday.
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yahoo!
Hey.
Happy
I am
birthday,
so
GM!
fucking happy to finally be 8 years old. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Hello.
Yes, and now I can go to the DMV. Finally.
Why'd you sound so confused, Woody? Hello?
Hello.
Reminds me of
It's
that
like that
Vine.
one meme where like the dude's like mic cutting up. Hello?
I was thinking
Hello?
of that. I was thinking of the Vine where that girl,
gets
is
the
like
water
sleeping
poured on her
and is
face.
having water poured on her face for like 5
Hello?
seconds, and only after 5 seconds she goes, "Hello."
Hello?
I think about her a lot.
I wonder what she's up to.
She's probably fine.
We're all students of Jesus.
It's true.
Kumbaya.
It's true. We
I got
each
a
of us
question
in our own
for
way.
you guys.
Go ahead.
What's up?
Ask away.
What would you do if tomorrow, right, you woke up and your head was still like normal, but your face was rotated 90 degrees on its center?
What would I do?
Yeah, how would you react to such a situation?
I
Just out of
think
curiosity.
I think I would do a number of somersaults until my head went into the right orientation.
Oh,
Oh no, your head is the correct way. It's just your face on your head is rotated.
No, it's my head too because I was born that way. So I'd be
Oh.
trying to correct that
Damn.
too.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta be real. I tuned out for like a couple minutes, and now I just like zoned back in to hear this. What's happening?
Damn.
Andy just asked a question. What would you do if your face was rotated?
Right, and that's when I stopped listening.
First of all, answer the question. You've been dodging this for years.
Well, I don't know. There was the one time that he thought like my face was gone, and there was just a texture grid under it.
That's true.
Listen, sometimes that's just the way reality works, you know? Sometimes it's just voxel based.
It's true. Sometimes you just gotta remove your texture.
In real life, I look like a Mountain Blade
back.
NPC.
Hell yeah.
Sunblade NPC.
That's a nice head you have on your shoulders.
Thank you. Yes, my mom gave it to me.
All right.
Yeah. And now, if we'll get a wonderful recap by our
Yeah.
own Lobrin
Good
himself.
time to intervene.
Did you take your
Sounds like
potions,
let's go
birthday
south
boy?
fast.
I took one. I'm gonna take the other in just a second. I am refreshing. Now, I'll drop a beat real quick.
Drop a beat. You better not.
Party contemplated escaping with a fireplace, poker, being jammed by arc to help some party members easily through the first door. Finally, they had to escape another
Wait for
door.
Strahd to take me too.
With some of them taking a few motion blades, getting up and surviving. As they regrouped with Lobrin's retainers, the party then proceeded to take a short rest outside the house's apron. Notice the children waving farewell in the door.
Children.
After taking a brief rest, the party proceeded move forward to a village in the
Village.
distance known as Barovia. Sophia, and Liston. They entered Mildred's mercantile, where they were greeted fairly warmly and with a smile as Faerun flirted with the stock of Perry Whimple. After a
Your
brief
SoundCloud.
I lost
Oh,
it.
God.
All right.
What?
Fuck was that? Like, what was any of that?
We'll start there.
Why do I even edit for? I'm not subtitling that. Like,
I wouldn't. If anyone wants to see the recap, it's also in our Discord, and I'm gonna plug that.
what a copyright ID
Try to
that.
plug it.
I spelled it
All right.
wrong.
So beyond
Discord.
that,
Discord.
the next thing that happened was went to the tavern where a man with long blonde hair named Ismark. He's like he didn't care, but he actually did. No.
That's pretty good, actually.
He introduced himself to the party, offering to pay for their drinks and lodging. He explained that he was referred to among town as the Lesser and was the deceased burgomaster's son. When the party produced a letter they obtained earlier at the tavern, he explained that the local Count Strahd von Zarovich, had taken an interest in his sister, Irina Kolyana, and the letter they provided did not match his father's handwriting. The party subsequently produced some additional notes found at the manor during the... Oh, sorry, hold on. My apologies, I just lost my spot. This is a long recap. The party produced some additional notes found at the manor along with the Durst Manor seal. As the party
Whoa.
sat at the bar, Faerun comforted Lucia about what happened at the manor as they spoke of mortality, and Faerun assured Lucia of her potential. Meanwhile, Ark turned down Lobren's offer to speak with some women seated at a nearby table at the inn, explaining he already had a woman who was long gone. Lobren then explained he understood his loss as his older brother had passed previously. As Lobren approached the table of the ladies, the flirting got awkward as he was unable to seal the deal with any of them, despite Mira's help in his own self
Lack of riz.
as the quote-unquote stallion of Waterdeep. Mira then conversed with them as they introduced themselves as Olenka, Mirabelle, and Sorvia. As she left on better terms than her compatriot, she was told to seek Madame Ava up north. The party then left for the Burgomaster's house, arriving there as the day began to darken. They met again with Ismark and his sister Irina, who explained that their father had passed, and Irina said that over the past several nights, creatures showed up at the house, and Strahd von Zarovich visited, but she couldn't fully recall these interactions, having few memories. Ismark recalled Strahd, entered, and left as he pleased. Their father's heart allegedly gave out afterwards due to the stress of these events. As they prepared to help bury their father, as the party
Easy for you to say.
as the party prepared
So the
to
potion is
help
kicking
bury
in.
their father. And I didn't even drink yet, so it's gonna be one of those nights. Irina then revealed she had 2 puncture marks in her neck. As they moved the casket towards the burial site, they were greeted by a pale man in an elegant cart. Strahd von
shit.
Zarovich.
No.
Who's
A
taking
pale
the
man
potion?
with
Curtis?
immaculate-
Oh, God. Ah, Jesus!
After
Guys.
eyeing up and making remarks on everyone in the party, he turned his attention to Mira, somehow managing to convince her to abandon the party as she entered his cart, leaving in the night. And that was where we left off.
Into the night.
It is your birthday, so if you want, I'll fall on that sword for you.
I already took it.
Oh, never mind. Everyone, look, they got the new. We've got the new Curse of Strahd heart emotes available. Hey, everyone.
Oh,
Love
this is indeed
Yay.
thrilling. My personal favorite is the one that has a bowl cut and a mustache.
Oh my god, it's back.
Loki hoping Ark is a
back.
merfolk.
That
Maya is back.
And the Maya
Maya's
Bird.
Yeah, yeah, my
Can we get
bird.
Maya as like
I
a
must
vampire
admit, I
bat?
really do
You're
like
right.
all of the little heart emotes that have been made for our channel. Thank you, Winter.
Oh, I'm glad you
Lobren's is
like it.
adorable.
Winter,
That's
you
such
carry
a
this
waste of 1,000 coins, but
Suggest
carry
a
this
poll.
entire
Should Mira
channel.
come back? Alright, I'll do
Oh
it.
god.
How do I do it again? Oh, right. I forget
prepare
every
to play
fucking time.
prepare to play 2 characters.
I cannot.
Sure,
How
you
do I-
can.
How do I look at this damn poll?
I'm
And before
making it.
Derek just like starts spamming no with Twitch points.
She's gone.
I actually gave Derek some interesting suggestions for the
There it
future.
is.
Yes, and your input has been considered.
Thank you for your service.
Your hard work is invaluable to the
Holy
company.
shit! Why did everyone vote no?
Hey, yo!
Because I know that if Winter's got anything, she's got something good planned.
And plus,
Hey,
this is
yeah.
kind of, I mean, to be perfectly
We have more
honest, guys,
votes no than we have viewers.
I personally voted no myself as Mira. Because you know what?
Back. No, I'm gonna vote no also.
Mira just voted.
Here's the thing is that I kind of, if you really think about it, I kind of won my end of the campaign. I mean, I would have said yes as a person, so like, I wouldn't have
If
denied Strahd.
Yeah.
This is pretty okay for me, actually.
Like, I
Every
want to
day,
say that I would, but I know that I would not.
every day, and I mean 24/7, every single morning, every single night, I think to myself, what if a beautiful, wealthy stranger whisked me off my feet? It hasn't happened yet, but I think tomorrow might be different.
Oh yeah.
One day more.
Well,
Aztec, why did you contribute so much?
you contributed over 1,000 channel points for that poll? Holy shit.
You
Oh
could
my
have just
god!
given Winter a potion, and then Mira would never come back.
But how is that how it works?
I don't know.
Potions.
We'll figure that out
Aztec
after the session.
contributed
Something the magic
1,000
of
channel
potion.
points to vote no.
That's
This blackberry, this
Another
blackberry potion smells delightful, if I do say.
Yes. Oh.
Stop making
That's sending a
that's sending
message.
Oh, my ear's sore. Shit.
I love the new heart emotes.
Yay. I'm glad.
They're
They're,
so
they're,
good.
they're really great, but all of your work is fantastic, and you carry this entire endeavor on your shoulders. So, thank you for all
Shall
you do.
we- thank you. It means a lot to me. But, shall we get on with the session?
Indeed, we shall. So, as you guys are in the cool, brisk night air, with the light of the moon just barely permeating through these thick clouds that perpetually hang overhead, this beautiful black cart carried by 6 draft horses begins to wheel off as doors shut behind them.
It's just
Your
like
last
me.
view of Mira rolling down the street.
The last few of Mira getting piped in a wagon.
Do we hear thump, thump, thump coming from inside the wagon?
Guys, he literally just sat down.
I'm trying to laugh away the
Where
pain.
she sat down, that's anyone's guess.
I know
Oh,
where
yeah.
I know where
Funny
she
shit.
sat down.
Excuse me.
Guys,
I'm not
Also,
holding
Derek,
in.
don't forget to change the music.
Oh, you're right. Yes, right. Well, it is
This is
celebratory.
not-
for some of us.
It's celebratory right now.
that's the music that's playing from the
In
Strahd.
Mira's head.
That's
she's
like
just
Mira's music, actually.
Guys, I'm free. I don't have to
Farron
worry
is
about all this
immediately
anymore.
gonna go, what the fuck just happened, guys?
And she did leave her bow
I,
lying on the ground.
Lucia is going to
also
pick up the
have-
boat and then try chasing after the cart.
Okay.
Ark would like to stop you as you attempt to run after it.
All right.
What do I roll to evade that?
So, okay. That would, I guess. How
Acrobatics? I don't know.
how much are you going to commit to trying to stop Lucia?
Oh,
Ark? Would Ark? Would you commit to the extent of trying to make a grapple check here?
Yes.
Okay.
Feeling how dangerous that person that we just interacted was, I am not willing to let anyone in the party chase after them because I don't want to lose anyone else.
Okay. So what I'm going to
What
do?
is what is with Ark grabbing people? By the way, can I just say that?
He has. I guess he has a.
Person's
I-
grab.
Oh, okay, well,
I
like
guess
Art
he has a
grabs people,
protective
Farron
shield.
touches people. Like, I'm normally not a fan of how
Farron also
hands-on this
touches
group is, but
herself.
So
yeah,
what
we need art of that.
What I'm going to have you guys. What I'm going to have you guys
Winter,
do.
get on it.
Alright.
Both of you
Yeah.
roll. Both of you roll either an acrobatics or an athletics check. Your choice. Whoever. I'm just gonna make this simple. Whoever rolls higher.
Acrobatics, thank God, I'm good at acrobatics.
Oh my god, that's
Don't jinx
Both of
yourself.
those are the checks associated.
No,
with
no,
that.
I'm not gonna jinx myself.
Holy
I'm
shit, a natural
Oh!
20!
Oh. Okay.
wow.
Ark, as you try to step in
Bitch.
front of her, she like very easily jukes aside and sprints forward. However,
damn it.
Lucia, it's very easy and quick to discern that through the strength of 6 horses in comparison to your 2 legs, even if you ran the best you've ever run in your entire life, you would not catch them.
I guess, yeah. And then she's just gonna like, what the fuck?
Ed.
And then she just like looks in the air. You're not gonna fucking do anything about that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who are
We're
you
literally
talking to?
surrounded by your fucking symbols, and you just let that happen?
Only the silence responds.
Lucia, who are you talking to?
She's just gonna like fucking grab her holy symbol and just walk back to the group. She is putting Mira's bow like around her back.
At this point,
Ark
Faerun's
is-
gonna look to her the people she met that their names I'm blanking
The
on.
Party?
I'm
Is
blanking
Mark and
on.
Irina.
Yeah, I know Irina because she's
Yeah,
hot,
Ismail.
but I forgot his name.
Is
And she's gonna go.
I just said
What just happened? You've had dealings with him before. He's been here. What just happened?
So Ismark, at this moment, is staring off in the direction that the cart just traveled. He looks like the words did not hit him at all. His eyes are distant. His mouth is just ever so slightly open.
Well, then I'll turn to Irina.
His sister walks up to him and kind of takes him by the shoulders and shakes him a little bit and says, "Hey, we have work left to do." And then she looks back to you.
Hi, Quentin.
Quentin!
Quentin.
It's so
as-
good to see you.
As Faerun is walking back to the group, Ark is going to put his hand
Faerun?
on her shoulder.
Lucia.
Not Faerun. Lucia. Sorry. Lucia.
She will like
Lu-
shove you off as soon as you touch her.
Okay.
This is not. This is no time for camaraderie.
time for shoulder
But Irina goes from her brother, who's kind of collecting himself barely, and then looks to you, Faerun, and says, "You can see plainly enough why I need to leave here now. Why don't we carry on and get out of here?"
We just lost a friend. Is this forever? Is she just gone? Are we never gonna see her again? What happens when people go away with him? Do they come back?
Ismark kind of speaks up a little bit. He still seems a little distant, like he's barely collecting himself, and he says, "Truth be told, I don't know. Not many people go to the castle or even let in, so this is unusual."
I mean, I know his riz was like immaculate, but jeez.
His was immaculate.
But she just went with him so easily. Was that some sort of magical effect?
Whatever it was, it at least looked to me like your friend made up her mind. Now it seems appropriate that we make up ours.
Yes. Now all of you get inside now, and also might I mention, Rolf, you neglected to introduce me to the Burgomaster's son here, which I did not really appreciate. Derelict in your duties.
Rolf kind of looks a little bit shaken too, and you can see that your retainers have been a little bit like muttering between themselves, and then Rolf kind of like straightens his posture a little bit and tries to don his stately kind of effect, and he looks to you and he says, "My apologies, my lord. I'm out of sorts this evening. I hope this does not make you think less of me."
Lord.
And
No.
he steps forward and he says, "Ismark Kolyan, son of former Burgomaster. This is my lord Lobrin, Broken Gulf."
Yes.
Ismark kind of like furrows his brow a little bit and says, "I'm aware. We've met."
Right. Well, but for the proper instructions, time for you three to get inside where it's safer. I'm not really sure what just happened before us. It could very well have just been some sort of charming pickup line, but if Faerun is whispering about magical spells, then I'm a little more apprehensive.
So
Perhaps-
He's gonna usher his retainers inside. Sorry.
Irina's
gonna speak.
Regardless. Oh,
Okay.
no, go ahead.
Who was the first person to speak there?
I don't know.
All right. Well, Irina's going to pipe up, and she's already going to be wandering back to her father's casket, which has been placed on the ground. And she says, "No, we're not going back in there to wait for him to return. I need my father buried, and I need me out of here."
I do agree with Irina. I think we should finish the task that we set out to complete, and I think we might even want to consider leaving tonight. The sooner the better, before he returns.
Ismark nods at this.
I'm not I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying I want
Did he
these.
switch voices in real life, or like?
Yeah, it's like his voice just breaks.
I'm not. Excuse me.
I'm not crying.
I want these three to be safe, and he's gonna gesture to his retainers. I'm not trying to out of character. I'm not trying to like leave or not do anything. I'm just trying to make sure
drop
these
the
three are
coffin and just
safe
walk
indoors.
away.
You're just trying to what?
Make sure these three are safe indoors, which I did ask before. At the end of last session, I asked, "Can I leave them inside?" And Ismark, I think, was like, "Yeah, that's fine." So I'm just trying to get them in the castle, and then I'll help resume my position at the casket. To
Not
help
quite a
them
castle. It's more of a manor. But
well, whatever the bollocks it is.
okay.
Yeah, and then I'll help again with the casket.
Sure. Well,
Perhaps it would be. Oh, sorry.
he doesn't stop you.
Perhaps it would be best if you had your retainers start preparing for a journey. Have them gather supplies and whatever else we might need with your permission, and then I nod over to the Burgermaster's son.
I agree with you. Yeah, if I had my way about it, I wouldn't have you stay the night. The night is when it's most treacherous around these parts. It would be safer in Vallaki, for you and my sister.
Are they still in earshot, the retainers? Do they hear this?
Absolutely.
All right. I wasn't sure if they were like inside or not yet.
They're like making their way inside.
Yeah,
but
making their way in.
Yeah, they could.
Yes, do that. Very good, Ark. Very good. Keep that up. I'll pay you another gold soon as part of your contract.
Ark chuckles a little bit at this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about. I don't think it's about gold anymore at this point. Truly, I just think we're trying to survive. We've had our fair share of run-ins with death since we got here.
Too many.
That's right. Let's
I
move
mean,
onward and be
Is
careful.
going to kind of pipe up a little bit. She sounds somewhere between irate and afraid as she's like lifting one corner of the casket. And she's going to say, "Is anyone going to help me with this?"
As soon as she bends down to grab the casket, Ark would also grab probably one of the other corners.
As you
I
do
would-
so,
I was just gonna say Faerun would as well.
as would Ismark, he would take the front corner, and he would begin leading you towards the chapel. Now, if I could have all of you change your map to a board within Village Barovia called Barovia Church.
Ooh.
God damn it, you're making me navigate through menus on a program I don't know.
Just like face the top of the board.
Church.
Village Barovia Church.
A Village Barovia.
Wow, I love that it says full.
What the fuck? It does say full. What is that?
Oh,
What the
It
fuck?
could be
It's
a crea-
full.
It could be like a creator
Much
name
like
that
Mira
they're-
right now.
They're trying to just
Ew.
say.
Oh,
ignore that. That's not important.
Looks like Mira right
Oh, it's now daylight.
Hold on one second. No, it's not.
Oh,
it's daytime. Nighttime.
Daytime, nighttime.
nighttime. Nighttime.
Just real quick.
Someone cast the daylight spell.
And it just so happened to have lit up the entire fucking area.
And it lit up all of Barovia. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Awesome.
Now, I guess we're just gonna walk out of here.
Just a
I
moment.
can't get over that it just says full on the side.
I know. I was
Isn't
like,
that funny?
wow.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out. I was just like,
That's got to be like a username or something. Like I'm full and I designed.
there are two
Why
versions
are
of the
there-
board.
I was about to ask, why are there two separate boards?
That is unimportant. Don't you worry about. Don't you worry.
What do
about-
you mean? Don't worry about it. I'm scared now.
It's like a Warhammer like army in the corner. Like I'm not looking at it, I see it at a distance.
Oh wow, there's a lot of shit over in the corner.
Oh shit!
How about
Let's
we
take a
stop
look
looking
at
at
it?
it?
Dissect it.
Guys, stop looking around. Go back to the fucking chapel.
Alright.
All right, no
Alright.
metagaming. Just stay where we're supposed to be.
I'm gonna kill you people with a gun. Anyway.
Why?
I gotta
Please
teach you how to
do.
hide stuff in Tailspire.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
War.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, that would be good.
Anyway. As you guys make your way. Atop a slight rise, against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft, stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end, and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. The heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire, not dissimilar to the Burgomaster's manual. At this point, dusk is upon you. It's getting a little bit dark.
As we approach, Ark is going to call for a short break. His voice almost cracks a little bit as he's saying this. Guys, is there before we go in, is there any particular services that you might want for your father? He's not looking at them, though. He's looking more at the entrance to this church.
Ismark's going to pipe up to this, and he's going to say, Donovich will know what to do. He's the one that carries out processions in these lands.
Okay.
And with this, he kind of guides you to the door. He gently leads to place the casket along the grass aside from the front. And as doing so, with no objections, he would go to the door and push it open. It's not locked. It opens easily enough with a loud, uncared for groan of wood that's far too old. And they open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers, and you can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice within the chamber itself reciting a prayer in a hushed tone. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises from the wood of the floor just beneath. A scream that carries on until it finally becomes something like a voice. And it screeches out, Father! Father, do you mean for me to starve?
Good lord.
What is going on? And Ark is going to ask
I guess we're all further
brother
in
and
now.
sister pair.
Ismark at this point has his eyes closed tightly shut. He's walking forward. Irina, her gaze is pretty stern. It looks as though she's weathering this. He doesn't respond to you, Ismark, but he does go up to the priest that is kneeled in front of the altar. Holy symbols all along it, the likes of which you, Lucia, recognize better than anyone.
Does Ark recognize them?
Go ahead and roll religion.
Bless you.
Bless you.
The sneeze. What
Thank
was
you.
that? Oh, okay. Who did it?
Ark?
I'm working on it.
Oh,
I'm also going to roll a d6 as a feature from my race to add to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Very nice, very nice.
Wow.
So you don't know too much about the details or the specific cultures around it, but you do know that the symbols about this chapel are the same that your friend Lucia carries on herself.
Thank you, Bex.
And as you recognize this, you hear Ismark's voice pipe up, and he goes, Father, I hate to interrupt you at this hour. The older, more portly man, of a likeness that I will now post in NPCs. One moment, please.
We get a picture.
Is still muttering
Sure.
prayers, and as the scream kind of rings out from beneath the floorboards, he begins praying more and more rapidly, urgently. Priest looks like this. He has eye bags. His garb is worn, a little bit dirty
Aw.
and sullen.
For a second, I thought that was a frog. That you...
What the fuck?
Well, that is not what that is. And as you get a little closer, you can begin hearing that he's got his hands clutched together, and he's praying. And he's going like, Lord, cast your light upon my son, save him from this eternal darkness. And then he kind of looks up as Ismark grows a little closer, and he looks exhausted. He looks like he's had a rough go of it. He looks up and he says, Oh, Ismark, it's so good to see you in these halls. It's been some time. Forgive me, I didn't hear you come in. And he looks to the rest of you, and he bows low, and he says, And all of your friends, you're welcome in the halls of Lathander. Please, take a seat if you may.
She's just gonna sit down, not saying a word.
Favorite's gonna pipe up
And
and
just
say,
eyes on the floor.
Well, you see, when we came in, I couldn't help but notice a lot of screaming. What was that about? What is that? Why?
So he's just kind of gonna look a little sullen. He's gonna cast his gaze to the ground a little bit, and he's going to finally say, "That is my son. He's sick. I'm caring for him. That is all that matters."
I'm gonna insight that.
Yeah. Can I insight
So-
that? Can I
You
give
certainly may.
can I assist actually?
Not.
Yeah.
She is independent. She's not communicating this. She's just
Okay,
kind
so
of
then
doing it.
I'll roll my own insight.
May I also roll
Lucia
my
has
insight?
not said a word after walking back.
I'm gonna
Those
touch
of you
myself.
who want to look into that, you feel free to do. You're gonna touch
Myself, and I'm gonna say, "May the power
This is a
of
church
me
In front of
guide
God?
me."
In front of God and everyone.
Yeah, she's a bit
Also, hi,
distracted right now.
Gruta.
So.
Greta,
Greta.
my beloved dragon.
Nat one.
That's
She's a bit distracted right now.
That's
Oh.
a 24 for me.
Farron and Ark, both of you can immediately discern. Let me start with Lucia, as a matter of fact.
Can I just do a quick dialogue line, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, it sounds like a very nice man.
Oh my god.
And not roll insight.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Lucia, he seems like he's speaking earnestly about his son who was sick. And Farron and Ark, he's not telling you everything.
Hmm.
Well, I'll just leave it at that.
What kind of sickness does he suffer from, if you don't mind me asking?
Of a variety that is most wretched, and I would not wish it upon my mortal enemies, had I any to speak of. Suffice it to say, he is not to see anyone. It is contagious. But I'm caring for him. He is in good hands, and that is what is important.
Archer's gonna nod his head, not fully trusting everything this person is saying.
Anyway, enough about these wretched matters. Certainly you must have come here for a reason. After all, we don't get many processions these days. Ismark's going to remark at that and say, "Indeed, Father, circumstances are worse than you might imagine. We come here to bury my father." And Donovich is going to bow his head a little bit and nod slowly, solemnly. He's going to say, "Indeed, I had heard about the fate of your father, and I had wondered when you would come. My condolences, son." What are you guys doing?
Well, I feel like we're just sort of waiting for.
Yeah, I thought this was just a private
Lucia's
inflection
gonna
moment between the two.
finally take her eyes off the floor and just examine the area. How well kept is this place?
No, boy, it's not. It is not. Good lord, this place looks like shit. There are pews that are just completely splintered and like knocked over. The ground is littered with like dust and debris. It looks as though this place has not held a proper mass in ages. It looks
Sun
horrible.
doesn't shine here often, does it? She'll just kind of like look at the father.
He casts his glance towards you, looks towards the symbol around your neck, and looks up to you, and he says, "Not frequently, no, and so those rays of light that we get, we must appreciate twofold. And that is why I am so glad to see you. Member of my faith. We get so few these days."
See why?
"I apologize. I would have prepared for your arrival had I known. I haven't been in the right sorts lately, but very few have been, I suppose. At any rate, I suppose you would like to see him buried tonight, if possible." And Irina's going to speak up a little bit and say, "Now would be good, as a matter of fact. I intend to leave, me and my compatriots." And Donovich is going to nod at this a little bit, and then kind of look between you and say, "And the body?"
It's outside. We can bring it wherever it needs to go. But I would like to see it have a proper procession, if possible.
"Indeed. And so it shall. It won't need to be taken far, but I would ask of you all, you brought it this far already, if you would just carry him a few more steps to the cemetery. I can do so right now. And as he says so, you can like hear from somewhere in this chapel. There's like banging on wood, as though like it sounds like someone is like throwing all their weight against wooden boards.
Dang! What the hell is wrong with your son? That is out of character.
I think
You say that.
like, I'm not sure if anyone's played it, but I think like Faith Chapter 2 is like happening in that basement. If anyone gets that,
Ooh.
A rare reference.
not rare. I guess it's more
Favorite roll
obscure. It depends how many people play
perception to
against Faith.
see. Like, I know obviously there's a hustle and bustle going downstairs, but could she just like see if she can? What would I roll to see if I could like hear anything else? Like, if he's like talking to himself down there,
I'll have
maybe.
all of you roll perception, just to observe your surroundings, to hear what you're going to hear, to get
Okay.
a visual and auditory read, and I
Yeah.
guess scent read on your surroundings.
All right, I'm gonna
I
touch
read-
myself.
Jesus Christ.
Rolling.
Can you phrase it any other way?
No.
You don't need to. You're in a church and you're touching yourself. There you
So
go.
what was that? A 23 or 24?
Oh, art.
That was
We
a
need
23?
art at this point. Paper, get on it, Pookie.
Oh my god.
That's paper assignment.
Do not summon him, for he shall answer. Greatest is power.
And I know he'll answer. I know he'll do an amazing job.
I know.
Kidding. Only if Mariah's cool with that, to
Oh, I don't
clarify.
care.
Okay, making sure.
You wild for this one. Okay. Who amongst you rolled
You're my
above?
favorite person.
Who amongst you?
Oh, there's paper.
There's paper. Hi, paper.
Let me go ahead and just check the logs real quick.
I rolled a 1.
20.
Yeah, Ark rolled a 1, and Mariah has a 24 total.
Very good, very good. Well, Farron, what you immediately glean from this area is that it looks as though only he's been here for some time. As though it's a chapel, it doesn't look as though anyone's really been here for a while. Most of the pews are knocked over. Though some strange oddities that you're seeing is that there are cages in the back right of this room that have a variety of critters in them. Raccoons, a couple rabbits, rats. Look as though they've been trapped with the very small game traps. For what reason, it's hard to glean. And from the banging, it sounds as though it's the back right. And one of the chambers you passed is where the banging comes from.
Favorite has a suspicion, but I can't tell. But I don't know if it's a Mariah suspicion or if it's a suspicion that Favorite would know. I'm having trouble differentiating.
Fair. I think the pounding on the door, the "please let me out" is pretty good.
Yeah,
any
but like,
character.
and then like the animals are making me think that that's what's potentially being fed to them. But I guess out of character, my question is he just eating the animals or is he just taking the blood from the animals? But I don't think Farron would be able to piece that together, probably.
Well, thank you for considering that.
Ark has zero idea what is going on. None whatsoever.
Ark's
In
just
fact,
happy to
he's-
be here.
In fact,
think
Ark
she'd
just
have
looks
to-
nervous to be here. Farron, you especially might notice this.
Oh, Ark! She's gonna look to him and say, "You okay, buddy?"
Everything's okay.
Everything is not okay.
Everything's okay as it could be, considering the circumstances.
Yeah, I guess so. Did Lucia say everything is not okay in character?
Kind of just under her breath.
That's funny.
It makes
All right,
sense.
I guess so. We have to go. Let's. I want to go.
It's funny 'cause
I
she's
really want to
traumatized.
press him about his son, but we're.
Then do so. Do whatever you'd like. This is your chance to do whatever you like.
So, what would I refer to him as? Like, would he be a priest? Would he be like?
He's a priest.
He's a priest. Okay, priest. I mean, no disrespect. But I couldn't help but take notice of the cages filled with wild game in your church? Is that something that you or your son are feeding on, perhaps saving for later to cook up, or some other purpose?
Go ahead and roll persuasion on this.
Oh God, my persuasion is terrible. I'm gonna
You've
guide
been rolling hot
myself.
all night. I believe in you.
No, not perception. Ignore this roll. Ignore this roll. I clicked perception by accident, and I wasted it.
Natural 20.
Add your persuasion modifier.
That was not the right.
No, it's fine. You can keep that roll. Add your persuasion modifier instead. That's fine.
Oh well, it's 0.
So it's just a 20.
It's just a 20.
Okay, which was enough. Congratulations.
Oh.
Donovich looks a little troubled. He looks to the critters, who are mostly pretty silent. Which, if any of you have been around caged creatures, they are frequently
Out
not
of
bad.
character.
Yep, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm very out of character for animals.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Caged creatures are
No,
caged creatures
You
are
got us all with that
generally pretty rare, especially like raccoons and whatnot. They screech quite a bit. But they're all very silent, especially when the banging begins again. Donovich kind of clears his throat a little bit. He says, "Those are not for me. They are for my son. He has a particular diet that I must tend to, and not the circumstances that I would like to see, but I'm a father, and that is my duty, to take care of my son when he is sick. Anyone would do the same."
Oh, of course. I completely understand. I just have one more question.
Certainly.
And you do not have to answer if you're uncomfortable, but your son, why does he need wild game? Does he consume them whole, or is he consuming perhaps the blood?
It's a pretty wild fucking accusation.
Yeah, Lobrin's gonna stare at you like, "What the fuck are you on about?"
Like her eyes kind of like look up, like she's like, "What the damn?"
I mean, after
There's no-
everything we've
what's
seen,
theoretically
like
true.
she
it's a
knows
totally
about
fair.
vampires.
It's just like, damn, there's like no like ease into it. It's just
No, Farah doesn't have really like good charisma either. She's got an
That's
11,
raw.
so she would
I
just
love
be
it.
like,
No, that makes sense. Indeed, it
like
makes
she
sense.
knows about vampires. She's done a lot.
I'm not arguing at all. It's just really
Yeah.
funny how blunt you were.
She is very blunt.
So he's going to kind of sigh a little bit, and he's going to say, "What he does with them is his business, but my son has been the victim of a horrible crime. I think to punish me, and I regret it deeply.
Oop.
And so I do what I can to atone for that, and do the role of a father, and that's all that matters. Now, please, if that answers all your questions, I hate to leave the body of a good man lying outside my doors."
Of course, I will press no further.
Mark is gonna suddenly remember that there are like dire wolves and other animals that could potentially be interested in a dead body, and be like, "Yes, we should definitely tend to that as quickly as possible."
Let go.
Indeed, then. Ismark and Irina lead the procession leading outwards, and Donovich follows quickly. He's an older man. He doesn't move too quickly, and he looks pretty rattled at all times. Looks like he's on high alert, and at the same time exhausted. Just the same. Goes outside of the church.
Can I do one like little just quick I'm not gonna roleplay, but just one little thing. I guess just
You sure
Farron
can.
before she walks out is gonna take a very sad look at the caged animals, knowing like what most likely their fate is. And it hurts her to see them that way, and she almost, wants to help them, but she doesn't want to anger anybody or potentially take what is needed from his son who is suffering downstairs. But it does pain her to see the animals caged up like that, assuming their fate.
That's reasonable.
I go aside.
Catch me outside. All right.
How about
So Donovich, Ismark, Irina, and I'm assuming Ark take up the casket, and Donovich begins leading them towards the back to the cemetery.
Should we go to the cemetery?
Yeah, follow them to
Area?
the back. Follow them to the back if you
Yes,
Oh, I see.
indeed.
would. I lost Ismark. He's gone. He got lost
He's
in the
gone.
rafters. He got lost in the rafter.
Gone.
I was wondering
where are
who
we
just,
heading?
like, vanished. There they are.
Can you do like a little? Oh, over here.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Gotcha,
Thank you guys for your
gotcha.
patience. That's your patience.
So,
All right.
question, DM: is there stuff actively on fire back here, just like random piles of stuff, or is that just in the?
More like blazers, torches. It looks like this area
Okay.
is kept lit out of respect for the deceased. Not only that, almost as though in anticipation, several holes are already dug, and Donovich leads you to
How
one of them
many?
easily enough. There are 3.
And
there are 3
where-
that are vacant.
Where the fuck? How do I get out? Wherever I don't even know where my token went. I'm lost.
Did it
Just
get
think
lost
of
Take
in
the
the-
yourself.
high-tip imposter
Don't-
check,
don't-
Crimson.
Why am I
worry.
in the fucking dun?
I'll
Help!
get her. I got her.
Teleport!
I'm just
See
gonna-
her?
I'm gonna respawn her, and she's.
I dropped her. She was like on the top of the fucking building.
She's just hanging out.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
As we are walking back, Ark is silently humming an old funeral march under his breath a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
keeping step with the tune.
Okay. Father Donovich leads you as you lower this casket into this freshly dug grave. Looks like the soil hasn't been turned for more than a couple days. He places it there, and immediately Ismark begins burying it. And as he does so, Donovich puts his hands together, raises his face to a sky that has no moon. It's quite dark at this time. His eyes closed as he begins saying a prayer, one that you would recognize, Lucia. It's a standard processional
Lathander.
to Lathander, and he begins by
Is he also gonna set the corpse on fire?
Not
Just
that-
like amen, fireball.
But he leads a prayer that implores for the Morning Lord to guide this soul out of Barovia and to show him mercy and to cast his light upon them all, etc., etc. All words and in orders that you've heard many times in your life. And as he finishes up with that, it's the strangest thing. Donovich keeps his eyes closed as though this doesn't face him at all, or maybe he doesn't notice. But the rest of you, an eerie green light suffuses the graveyard. From this light emerges a ghostly procession, wavering images, dotty women toting greatswords, woodwise men with slender bows, dwarves with glittering axes, and archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats. All of these, and more, marching forth from the graveyard, their numbers growing by the second.
Can I get that description again? Sorry.
Sure, starting from the beginning. An eerie green light suffuses the graveyard. From this light emerges a ghostly procession, wavering images of dotty women toting greatswords, woodwise men with slender bows, dwarves with glittering axes, and archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats. All of these
Okay.
and more march forth from the graveyard, their numbers growing by the second, from the ground onto the path, walking upwards towards Castle Ravenloft. There seem to be hundreds.
That's
Wow.
terrifying. I like I got a text, so I was looking at that, but then I like got brought back into like the session from hearing pointed hats, and you know how, like one Markiplier clip? I almost just shouted that.
Aylin's gonna lean over
well-
to Lobrin, I guess, since
Just put the blade
he's
of
right
baby's
next to her, and go, "Are you seeing what I'm seeing right now?"
They don't make any sounds at all. It is indeed eerie. Doesn't seem to face Donovich at all. It seems as though he's seen this frequently. But Ismark and Irina not that they're unaffected, but they watch both, one with a furrowed brow and the other almost stone-faced.
Lobron's gonna reply to what Faerun said and just go, I've never seen anything like this before. As he continues to observe.
Father?
He like stops in the middle of the procession, like kind of like halfway through a prayer, and he kind of like opens his eyes and he looks to you and he says, "Yes, how can I?"
Is that normal? And she points to the procession.
I mean, he looks towards them, back to you, and he says,
That's just
"So it
Phil.
is. So it is. It's happens every night.
I see.
Grim reminder to us all, I'm afraid."
Sorry for interrupting. Just wanted to make sure that we would be safe.
Oh, not in the least. Not in the least. I understand.
Lobran, since you're closest to Ark, it's almost imperceptible, but you hear him mutter under his breath as he looks at this procession of the dead. As he says, "I will join you soon."
Oh my.
I hear that.
You barely hear it, and no one else does. It's
He's-
said as a faint whisper.
Lobran, whose attention has been just, like kind of just fixated on these ghostly entities, is going to just sort of look over to you and kind of a shocked expression briefly, like what? Like almost like puzzled, perplexed even. But then he'll ultimately like turn back to the procession with a furrowed brow.
Aw,
sort of
shit.
wondering what you meant.
Oh shit!
We got group potions, gang.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Which one of you was it?
Everyone needs a drink. It was Aztec.
Aztec,
Yeah.
thank you for
Yes,
the
Aztec
potions.
Empire is
Aztec.
doomed.
I don't
us.
have. I don't drink, so I'm just gonna like chug the rest of this fucking like caramel.
Macchiato.
Not macchiato, but it has like a bunch of fucking
A potion of
caffeine in it, so.
hydration.
Indeed.
Oh.
Indeed.
I thought you were gonna say that you were about to just drink caramel syrup, and I was about to be horrified.
Horrified, Andy, you have consumed far stranger things.
Do we need to
For
talk
real.
about maple milk?
Listen, maple milk is delicious. It's great, and it's not just maple syrup. You put maple syrup into a cup of milk, and it's nice, and it's sweet, and it's delicious.
That doesn't sound dramatically different from like chocolate milk.
Alright, I'm just gonna take what I have here next to me already. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Okay, so quickly enough, his casket is completely covered in fresh soil, and the prayer ends. Donovich looks between Irina and Ismark, and he says, "Your father was a good man, a patient man, gentle in a time that is distinctly not gentle. He will be missed, and I see so much of him in both of you." And both of them kind of like, Ismark hangs his head a little bit. Irina looks like she's somewhere between solemn and just like seething. She's got, her jaw is like locked, and she just looks like she's got a lot on her shoulders right now. And then Ismark finally breaks the silence by saying, "Thank you, Father. Now, I don't mean to end this so quickly, but I would have her out of this town by the end of tonight, were it up to me." And then Father nods a little bit, and he looks between all of you. And finally, his eyes land on Irina, and he says, "I understand that exactly, and I've heard that Vallaki is fortified and safe. But for the sake of my brothers, I would recommend you go to the Abbey of St. Markovia in Kresk. They are pious people. You would be protected in a house of the Morning Lord." Hold on one second, I'm going to take this drink real quick.
You're good.
Oh boy.
You alright?
Oh yeah. Sorry, hold on. That one's... Okay, we're good. All right. And the father's going to look back to Irina and he's going to say, "This isn't something I would wish upon you or anyone so young. Whatever road you take, don't travel at night and never wander off on your own."
The road's not safe at night.
We
He's
just
gonna
saw
shake-
what happened, but
He's
the
going to shake
house.
his head a bit and he's going to say, "No, I'm afraid they're not. And even the safest places in Barovia are treacherous, and I would urge you not to trust quickly, to watch your flanks at all times and trust each other but no other." And then his eyes are gonna fall on you, Lucia, and he's going to say, "You, my friend, we are so few these days, and though the night is so dark, I must anticipate that the dawn will be brighter. And so I will trust you to herald it, if no one else."
I don't feel I can, but if I must.
He's just going to remain silent at this. Irina, still looking like she's brooding, is going to turn back to you four and say, "Do you have all of your things? Can we leave now?"
We can.
She nods. Turns to her brother Ismark. Walks over to him and hugs him tightly. And then she looks at him and she says, "I'll see you again. I promise." He nods but doesn't say anything in return. But looks between you four and he says, "Thank you for the..." Sorry.
Oh, there is 4.
And he says, "Thank you for this. I'll take you back home, but from there, that's where I leave you."
Farron's gonna turn to her brother, and since she is so sweet and good and loves to make things, she has in her bag some flower crowns that she's made along her journey. And if he allows her, she's going to try and place one on his head and say, "Just a little bit of color in these dark times, if you don't mind."
There's almost something like a smile that kind of twitches on his lips as he places it on his head, and he looks at you and he kind of there's a warmth to him. The tension slackens a little bit, and he says,
He eats
He
it.
beams.
and he says, "I think I'm going to miss you."
I'll miss you too, and I won't forget your kindness. And I promise we'll do everything in our power to keep your sister safe.
He nods, and he looks like he wants to say more, but he doesn't. And Donovich,
What? Can I
Before-
roll insight on that?
you sure can.
God damn it, I gotta roll it off the map so it doesn't fall into a grave. I'm gonna touch myself.
The solution to any bad situation.
Damn it! I was rolled so hot. That's only a 12. I don't know shit.
He's had a bad fucking night. And you made him smile, and it looks as though he doesn't get that very frequently.
Oh, I'm happy for that.
And just before you, Mark and Irina lead you out of this cemetery and down the road in which you came, Donovich speaks up once more and he says, "I would leave you with one final thing, if I may. I have so little to give. And yet, I hope this will last you for as long as it can." And then he begins saying one final prayer over you, clasps his hands together, and all of you are blessed.
I thought you were saying level 4. I was like, this is the best father ever.
How long does that last?
Blessed not long.
I was gonna say, I didn't think it lasted very long.
But he gives it to you because he's
But
a
I'll
priest.
take
and he
it.
can.
I'll
It
take
expires before we get
Hashtag
right.
blessed.
And not even all of you get it because
Just say it's only
it's
3
free
creatures.
target. Just the
Oh,
same, you got
It
it.
only lasts a minute, right?
But you got it. Just the same, he's got something to give you.
It's
and
the
Well,
thought
for
that
flair,
counts.
it's good flavor.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, someone's not gonna feel special.
I'm not gonna say who. Anyway,
None of us know.
is there anything you guys would like to do before you leave Village Barovia?
I'm just gonna say, I feel blessed right now.
I feel #blessed.
Baron's gonna say, "Really? I don't."
No,
He looks
he would definitely bless you, if anything.
You think so? After how intrusive I was about his son, I don't think he would bless me.
Yeah, well, maybe not.
He isn't even paying
Whatever.
attention to this because he's kind of just been staring off in the direction that all of the procession of the dead have gone.
They walk in a pretty neat, organized fashion.
They're still going?
Oh shit.
They
Wait.
keep
Wow.
wandering. There's hundreds.
Wow.
A lot of them
Okay.
look not dissimilar to your party.
Before we even leave the church, Lucia's gonna like hang around the main cathedral and just kind of prayer, like silently, just trying to calm down.
And so you do. And so you do indeed. Now, if any of you want to... Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say Ark is also going to pray, but anyone who's looking at him notices that he takes this necklace off of his neck. And it's got dozens of these small copper, brass, and even occasionally a few silver medallions. Anyone looking close enough and with enough knowledge would recognize them as the symbols of various gods. But when I say there are dozens, I mean that there are probably a good few pounds of medallions
Damn.
on this necklace. Some of which you don't even know if they're still around anymore.
Keeps that fucking fang on him.
Definitely looking at Ark after his little remark earlier. That
I feel like I would notice that with a passive 16, maybe. Since he's standing right next to me.
Necklace off his
Probably, he's
neck,
not-
no way.
Yeah, imagine someone taking a necklace off
He
their
pulls a
neck.
necklace off of somewhere.
His
You
dick.
don't see
Somewhere.
where.
It's a bead necklace.
Hey, yo.
I guess Farron would make a comment and say, I guess take how do I want to word this? I guess you're trying to get all the prayers and blessings you can, huh?
Something like that. Prayed to many gods and goddesses over the years. Not all of them good, not all of them just, but I've prayed to them the same.
You're praying in the chapel, is that right?
I thought we were in the
did we-
graveyard still.
I thought we were still in the graveyard. I didn't know.
I'm in like the main chapel.
Yeah, I was asking because
Okay.
I heard Lucia say that, so I was wondering if you joined
Okay.
her.
Oh,
or-
you are. I didn't know because your character was still right there.
I
so
guess I would have
confused.
started doing this as we were walking back to the chapel then.
Okay, just fine. I'm just
If
saying to any
anyone-
of you. Sorry, to any of you who enter the chapel, in betwixt your prayers, you might find it hard to focus, as there are various screams that come out from the floorboards once more.
Yep.
The final of
And
which
I
that
will-
says, "I can smell you."
Yeah, well, you ain't getting a taste.
Can I get a taste? Okay.
From the
Moving on. If anyone lingers while Lucia is praying, you can hear her like very faintly just sniffling.
Oh,
Poor girl. She's had a rough go of it.
no.
Remembering that Lucia did not seem to like to be.
And then when she's finished up, she'll join the rest of the party.
Oh, I feel like I
Does
was
not
too far
interact.
away to hear that. Oh no, I would have just said something.
Now, I'm not going to say that at this point your characters aren't like canonically in the cemetery, but I want to give you guys the chance before you go anywhere, before you leave this place. Anything you want to do in Village Barovia, if you want to go to the merchants, bar, anything you want to do, this is your chance before you leave.
Can we just say I said goodbye to my buddy in the first shop
Did you-
that
did-
we stopped
did
at?
they
Oh,
get
it's your
pipe
buddy
over
now.
there?
That you've seen his
Purple.
picture.
Well, I doubt that
Afternoon.
anybody is going to be down for favor and having a quickie before we're supposed to be on this.
Oh no,
fucking-
no! Take your time. Take your
To
time.
be fair,
Oh,
to be
okay,
fair, you
fine.
started flirting as soon as we got out of the death house, so like
Okay.
All right, everyone go back
Also-
to Village Barovia if you would.
I'll roleplay that.
It doesn't really matter because this is mostly going to be theater of mind right now. Just anywhere that you've been, you can go back to. You can choose to go back to right now, under the pretext that Irina voices that she wants to leave sooner rather than later.
Should
What's the
we
name
leave?
of the location?
Village Barovia.
Yeah, I got it.
I think
Should
I found
we,
the shops again.
Should we wait until dawn to set out? It sounds like, well, it sounds like the roads will not be safe, no matter what time of day we leave. But it might be best to leave with the sun.
There's a bit of a glower. Like Ismark seems to nod at this, and he says, "Yes, that makes sense to me. It's not safe at this hour, and it never has been." But he's immediately cut off by a glowering Irina, who shakes her head. Eyes seem like they carry a good amount of weight at this point. She says, "No, now would be good."
Surely the light would be better for all of us. I agree with Ark here.
Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy Crimson.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
very necessary with the potions and the stuff. Perhaps we can come to some sort of compromise. I know it would be safer to travel during the day, but I do also agree that we need to get out of here sooner rather than later. Maybe we should take a bit of a rest, make sure we gather everything that we could possibly need for our travels, and plan to leave an hour or two before first light.
At this point, it's closer to like midnight. And I'm not going to have you roll persuasion here, but she looks like she's barely keeping it together as far as her temper. She's not a happy camper right now. And she kind of huffs a little bit and says, "Fine, first light then, but no later. I'll be waiting for you out front."
What's second light?
Lobrin's gonna bow. Lobrin's gonna bow to her and just go, "We shall be your stalwart protectors, milady."
Oh,
In character, I play the most serious people. Out of character, I just say the stupidest shit. I need to make a silly character
Welcome to the
just
club, baby.
permeate all of that.
Irina,
We're all gonna die and make the most stupid and funny
Clown
character.
cars.
Lincoln's already made it so clear that she's going to do that if I kill her third. Excuse me.
I told you what's happening if you make me make a fucking third character.
Elfwint on the way.
It would be very funny to do a clown car of characters that just meander about.
Will I be on the Witchlight, though?
Irina bows her head at this, and she kind of looks to you, Lobrin, and in spite of her demeanor and how much she's been emotionally tested in the past week, but especially tonight, she takes a moment of silence and says, "You have a good heart," and then goes to the front of her house. All right, those of you who would like...
Lobrin smiles at this, and that'll be the end of it.
Okay. Those of you who intend to go to Bill Drath's Mercantile, raise your hands.
God, no, fuck
Not
that.
for-
Lobrin did not like
I-
another bucket.
I will be
Mark had a
going
terrible
with. I will be
time.
going with Farron.
Okay. Is there anything specific you'd like to do when you go there? At this point,
How much are arrows?
it's late in the evening. You'd expect this place to be closed, and yet it's still open.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's true. Crazy, right?
How
Hold
how
on one
much are
second.
arrows? You're good. You're good. I just don't know how this game works.
I'll tell you. Bill Drath, who looks a little sleepy, it looks like he just came down from resting. But Blazer's alight and all of that. He gives you a quiver of arrows, and looks like there's 20 in there. He says, "That'll be 10 gold."
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
10 gold for how many arrows?
20 arrows.
That is highway robbery.
What the fuck?
She will take out 20 bolts from her own quiver. 7 with the arrows.
You're looking to make an exchange, then. Well, all right, then. I think I can pencil something in for you. Parpole, put these away, would you?
Oh, Parple's around?
Indeed he is. He looks tired. And
Oh.
he's kind of like, all right, then. And he takes the quiver of bolts, and he begins taking them to the shelves, and he hands you the the arrows.
Winter, what type of bow do you have?
It is a longbow that has a druidic focus attached to it.
Gotcha.
I think you meant what type of bow did you have?
It's a longbow.
Aaron, what are you doing?
Was.
As this transaction is going, what are you doing?
Me?
That's it. That's all I
Yeah,
need.
you're at
Well, I'm
Bulldra's
gonna
Market, though.
shuffle over to Parpol and say, sorry to bother you guys so late at night, but it seems this is gonna be my last night in Barovia, so I guess I just, wanted to say goodbye, and I'm sad we didn't get to know each other a little bit more.
So he's gonna furrow his brow a little bit and go up his nose for a second. He's gonna say, "That is sad. Will you be safe out there?" No, not safe.
What?
What'd he say?
He said, "You be safe." He said, "You be safe out there. It's not safe."
It's not safe.
Oh, okay.
I missed the second sentence.
He is my favorite kind of a person.
Farron's gonna step up on her tippiest of toes and give him a kiss on the cheek, because it seems like I'm not gonna make Lucia wait for potential fucking hanky-panky in the goddamn store, and she's gonna say thank you.
Lucia
just-
with a bag of chips sitting in a chair saying, "No, go ahead."
Not the cuck chair.
God damn it, dude.
Not the cuck chair.
not the cuck chair, and I'm just gonna say thank you. I do hope I see you again someday.
Well, you know where to find me. And he gives you a genuine smile at this, the first you've ever seen.
Oh, yay! Damn it! Is there time for hanky panky? Oh, no, never mind, it's fine.
And Bildrath kind of pipes up and he says, "Once you two are done making googly eyes at each other, Periwimple, I need you to put this crate away if you would."
Oh yeah, Periwimple.
And he shuffles on over. All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before you leave Village Barovia?
Did my retainers gather ample supplies for the travel?
They didn't. No, they stowed away the supplies they already had and packed everything together and made things ready to go. They did not go out and buy anything.
Oh well, I thought they were able to go through the manor. That's what it seemed like with Ismark consenting to them being able to do that.
I misunderstood what you were asking. I thought you were asking for them to stay there for a time. I did not realize you were asking for them to take things from the manor.
I'm not really sure. It's not a huge deal either way.
But Ismark would have allowed that just fine. So yes, they. I'll say that they managed to get, let's say, 4 days good rations, and a few basic provisions, things like that.
Cool.
Length of silk rope, we'll say, 20 feet. Why not?
Silk rope. Now we're going for the
This is a manor.
high end
Now,
stuff.
there's fucking
You
like,
think
bondage shit going on.
You think they got hemp rope tying these fucking curtains together? No.
With how shabby everything is
Bro,
in this
good
town, I
rope.
wouldn't be surprised.
It's shabby because
Wow.
it's time worn. It's not shabby because
It's shabby. I think it's like fancy shit just kind of ignored.
Yeah, that's the general impression.
As we are walking back, I'm assuming we're going with I keep forgetting their names because I myself am dumb. Ark is
Irina is the
Ismark.
woman. Irina
Ismail.
Kolyana.
Ismark.
Ismark.
I was gonna say Isildur, but I was like, that's not correct.
Just think of Bismarck, but without the B.
Ismark Kolyanovich and Irina Kolyana.
I'm gonna ask Ismark if there's any provisions he can supply us with, specifically like weapons, arrows, and anything else that we might need for our journey.
I have not much here to my name. I have only enough to keep ourselves supplied for some time. I have the sword at my hip, and then he looks over across from the mantelpiece where there seems to be a decorative bow hung up above the mantle. A quiver of arrows that are just along the way. And he says, "You can have those if you like. I have no use for them."
Taking a look at the arrows, would I notice if they are of good quality or have they deteriorated due to
They look like just
Issues.
old arrows. They're covered in a thin layer of dust. But they're standard.
But they're
20 of
otherwise
them.
fun.
Yeah, they're fine.
Ark will take them.
All right. Indeed. At this point, you all want to get some rest, feel free to do so.
Yep,
Long
and I will
rest.
be setting up my spells.
All right, you get yourself a long rest. First light comes around. Irina is waiting impatient for you at the door.
Everyone, real fast,
what-
I just want to say, round of applause for our first active audience member who's in the voice chat during a game, Winter. How's it feel spectating a live game?
Wow, this is something special, guys. I'm proud of all of you.
The spirit of Mira is just saying, like, imagine staying in that ramshackled place when you could be living Lux in a castle.
Ashley's getting
I
piped.
wonder what's happening to me.
Oh,
right now.
There shall never be
Uh,
rivals.
I'm
I
gonna.
will say,
Oh,
I will
was just-
say Ark
you go first.
is Ark is also like up really early, probably before anyone else that I know of. Just getting ready and waiting by the door.
Yeah, I would say Faerun, when she would have trouble sleeping that night, she'd be thinking a lot about Mira, a lot about the journey ahead, so she'd probably rise early as well, and maybe be, I guess, the next person in line ready to head out.
And so you do.
Lobrin is gonna sleep fine.
Oh my god, stinker.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did have quite a bit to drink last night.
That's true.
Yeah, he was a little tipsy too.
He was
Um,
a little toasted.
Can I say something to Irina when we get up in the morning?
Go ahead.
So, Lobrin, well, let me describe my waking up. Lobrin wakes up at a normal time, not early like the other two. He will then get help from his retainer, Brunor. When he's not drinking, he actually is sort of like the master at arms. Almost a squire role, but not
Sure.
quite.
He helps you get into your armor easily enough.
My armor? Thank you, sir. And then he'll sort of go downstairs looking for
I even polished it for you, my lord, he says as he spits
Yes.
on the back of it and wipes it with his shirt.
Oh, well, perhaps we should talk about getting some polishes rather than our natural saliva, but thank you nonetheless, good sir. I'm sure that probably took a while if you were spit polishing the entire thing. All right. He's going downstairs and say to Irina, yes, his mark, Irina, you both look very well this morning. Ma'am, I hope our patience, your patience rather, has not worn too thin on our generous intrusion. And he's gonna bow his head again.
She nods at you curtly. She's got a sword at her hip. Looks like she's got some like half plate, some basic armor that she's adorned herself with. But she only acknowledges you with a nod, and she says, "Will that be all then? Can we make our
That
way?"
was not just a nod then. Sorry.
I'm glad that you didn't just nod at me. No, he's just gonna say, well, yes, I suppose that's all for now. We shan't tarry any longer. Everybody, let's get ready for the day. And he's gonna act like he's sort of taking charge of the situation and try to look cool in front of his new friends.
We've been ready, Lobrin.
Right. Well, ready the cards. Oh, and one more thing. He's gonna turn to Ismark and just go, oh, and one last thing. I recall you mentioning that you would help us out with any resources you had available in furtherance of this endeavor. Is that correct?
It is. What else can I provide to you?
Well, I was wondering if you happen to have any sort of, or maybe even know where I could procure a horse of any kind, something I could ride. I'm much more comfortable, as a mounted warrior.
Well, there are basic stables in Barovia. Very few horses to speak of, and of not the highest quality, but you could start there. Valaki probably has a higher selection, higher quality.
You don't have anything here, though, like a lord's horse or something like that.
You're asking me for my horse.
You did say you would furnish any possible help. I mean, at my father's manor, we have 4 or 5 horses.
Whoa, wow,
Lobrin,
what a
Lobrin,
flex.
at your
huh?
father's manor, it doesn't appear, from what I saw in Waterdeep, that it was stricken by darkness and a vampire lord. Shut
Well,
up.
I'm just asking, damn it. Anyway,
My father was not a horseman. We have no horses to our name.
very well.
I'm
I'm
your
gonna
father's
look at
lost.
him and say I'm
Oh,
very,
Jack.
very sorry about him.
I will
it's
search
fine.
in Vallaki then. Very well.
Fucking Lobrin just said, your father was a swine.
Your father was a... Well, here's the thing. I want a fucking horse. A horse. My kingdom
And
for
you're
a
gonna
horse.
get one when you
Uh,
pay the exorbitant rates that the people here charge. It'll
Yeah,
be
I'm gonna
about
have to-
Exactly.
Pay
1,500 gold.
10,000
Yeah.
gold pieces for your horse like the
Yeah,
rest of
Lobrin
us.
gets his horse if he can afford it while he makes us all fucking walk.
Yeah, you know
Alright.
what? All right, it's called Cavalier. Ever heard of it?
So you guys make your way
Take advantage.
onto the Svalak Woods.
Oh,
path.
like
The Svalak Woods path. And the day greets you, and though it's always gloomy and overcast here, and you can see that the mists hug the line of the woods ever so slightly. And as you guys make your way onto this pathway, let's take a quick 10-minute pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do, and we'll be right back.
Now's
Just-
the time to do it.
Just before 8:40 at 8:39, if any one of you is a minute late, I will see to it that you hang.
Let's
I will
take a
be
break.
back at
I didn't mean
8:40.
that.
I'm
on the
already
dot.
hung, bitch. You can't fucking
Oh,
try it. I will be back to get a stretch. I need to also
Stallion
make
of
sure
water.
my
Lobrin's
ears aren't
looking for a
dying.
horse, and here it
Jesus.
is.
Get your
Oh,
stretches.
oh,
Stallion, I'm a bear.
Hey, whoa!
Be right back.
Be right back.
Anyway, BRB.
I'm going to sit here and hang because I have not done anything so far, so I'm going to be hanging out. Who just joined the call?
It's numbers!
It's Numbers! Hi, Numbers!
Hi, numbers, we love you!
It me.
Hit Number!
It me. It me.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. How's it going, everyone?
Doing good. We just hit our 10-minute snack break, pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do. Now's the time
Oh,
to do
now's the time to do it?
it. Yeah.
Wow. Perfect timing for y'all to catch me up.
Yeah, so my character's gone.
I heard. I heard you
There-
walked into the abyss.
A
Never
little bit.
returned.
I'm not bummed about it because honestly, me too. She living her best life. I hope my headcanon is my character is just gonna be a concubine of Strahd forever.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just chilling and hanging, watching everyone do their thing. How you doing, Ben?
I am okay. Glad to be here in... Where does Strahd take place?
In Barovia.
Glad to be here in Barovia.
Brought to you here live from Barovia's studio audience. Oh, wee.
Who, me?
Who, you? You having a drink tonight?
I just had a Dirty Shirley, actually.
Oh, delish.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound bad, actually.
It's quite nice. It's a simple matter of Tito's, Sprite, and grenadine.
Give a little mix, it's the tastiest thing ever.
And love.
Derek and I are trying something weird tonight. He found a drink that I think he said was like popular in Spain, I want to say. It's like you mix, it's like half a glass of red wine and like half a glass of Coke.
Oh,
I know it sounds very strange, but honestly it's not bad.
interesting.
It's very interesting tasting. I thought I was gonna hate it, but I'm kind of into it.
God bless. It's intermission time. It's intermission time. Where's everyone?
The Numbers intermission song.
Numbers
Probably
intermission
having a
hour.
snack or a pee or a smoke. Derek, I think, has had a few birthday shots.
Onity says, who
I'll
wouldn't
have
want
you
to
know
be
that
a
I am
Vox.
wife of
completely
King
fine.
Dracula?
How you doing, birthday boy?
You go ahead and say me.
I'm alive and I'm well.
That's okay.
What happened?
Go ahead and say what now?
Different strokes for different folks.
What is happening?
What did you? I must have missed something just before I came.
Voice of the Leviathan.
Indeed. Easy. Indeed.
They'll
Number
mention
5,
you okay.
Numbers?
Who else is in the chat?
We got Vox, we got Oni T, we have
kills
Crimson and Aztec. We have Gruta, there was Quimtom. Umi's in the chat.
Oh my god, look! It's your biggest fan! He loves you, what the hell?
Yeah, he hearts numbers.
For instance, 1,
Paper's here.
2,
Yeah,
even 3.
so what happened earlier in the church?
Tell him
In
about the
the
church,
fucking-
Derek.
A day with the fucking church.
I've got a
Showed up-
theory about the church, but I can't say anything, so I'm just a fucking observer.
They showed up to church.
Yeah,
They talked to the
boss.
priest. The priest was
You
nice,
still
but he
love
looked
me if I
stressed
was a
out.
worm?
There was, yeah, I'd love you if you was a worm, but I wouldn't love you if you was a rat. And then they went to the church. They heard screaming from beneath the floorboards. The boots! They're here! Under the floorboards! And they buried the Burgomaster, the father of Irina and Ismark. And they both went,
You want me to draw something? Yeah, paper. Draw 3 cards and end your turn.
hey, yo! My man had a plus fucking 3. And
We want you to draw Pot of Greed. But no, I think they were saying something about drawing Farid, what, touching herself at the church?
Aaron?
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
not
I'm
in the
fine with that,
church.
by the way.
Not in the church.
Why not
Somebody-
in the church?
Crimson said in the church.
You asked for this yourself. Anytime you use guidance and you say, I touch myself, I don't know what you expected to happen.
Yeah, Mariah, you kind of manifested that.
That's fine. I mean, I
accidentally
have to make it
turned
known that I'm laying my hands on myself so that people know I'm guiding myself.
I feel so guided right now.
I say may the power of me guide me.
Have you all been hearing me this whole time?
Yes.
Yeah, for the most part, you're a
Oh,
little muffled, but yeah.
I turned my I always have to fuck with my settings on Discord, and so I accidentally turned off the hearing thing. I thought everyone was still on break, and I was just talking to the chat. So if you were all saying something to me, I didn't hear it. I thought I was.
So that's what was happening.
Oh, that's what that was. Yeah, we were talking to you the whole time.
We just heard like crazed mumbling as you were like reading through the chat.
I
It
kept
was kind of
responding to you,
hilarious,
and you kept going. Indeed.
It's kind of awesome. Guys, for real though, that sun underneath the church is a werewolf, right?
Yeah, that's what I
It's
thought.
either a werewolf or a vampire. That's my guess.
It's gotta be a werewolf.
I thought werewolf with the
That's,
creepers
yeah.
singing and
I was
shit.
trying to like rule out vampire by asking about the blood, part, but he didn't give me anything. So.
I think werewolf for
I
sure.
mean, you
wish
could
we-
always have gone down there.
Yeah, we could have.
Hell no! Just me?
Hell no! Hell no!
Just
Okay,
all me?
I'm
What
I
days
am back.
was the moon at last night?
I was
Oh,
trying to
heck.
clean my ears for the first, clean the.
Good
Oh,
on
you're
ya.
piercing.
piercing.
Good proper hygiene, always
One
good.
of them has a tiny bit of blood on it, so that was weird.
Oh, that's normal.
No, that's really
Yeah,
normal.
that's-
I mean, you just have to
that's
watch
normal.
it. It's super, super normal. It hasn't closed up fully yet.
What piercing did you get?
Just a little stutter. Oh, I haven't sent it in a sir. I can
Yeah,
put it
they're
in
just
the.
little lobe piercings.
Oh,
I can
okay, yeah.
I'll just put it in the tower.
Ash, what are your votes on what is beneath the church? Some people are saying werewolf. Some people are saying vampire.
I was saying Faith Chapter 2 style, so I think it's just some possessed kid down there.
Ooh.
I think it's a werewolf.
Someone
I agree
undergoing
with
an
werewolf.
exorcism.
Looking like the sanctum.
Now that folks are back, I'm
quick.
gonna run the bathroom.
Can I
Okay.
quickly ask what level you all are now?
Level 3.
I'm thinking this is
Wow.
going on over there.
I made a
Nom, nom,
peanut
nom,
butter
nom, nom,
banana
nom, nom.
smoothie, but I put too much
Eee.
ice and I'm really upset about it.
Well, just go and add more banana and more.
With 1 minute left to break, Derek.
Yeah, you're right. You can't do it. You can't. You can't. If you even tried, I would kill you.
Oh my god. It's okay. I'll just eat this chocolate-covered graham cracker.
I gotta be honest, I don't even bother adding
Sounds
ice to
great.
most of my smoothies. The only time I ever do that is when the ingredients are so fucking thick. Are so goddamn thick and juicy that it would like not work as a smoothie at all unless I added something to loosen it. More often than
I
not.
do ice just to keep it cold.
My partner's been making breakfast smoothies lately.
I love smoothies, dude. Smoothies and me, we get along.
Do Becca smoothies.
Do you wanna know what I fucking love more than anything? A really good, and I mean a really good breakfast burrito. Like authentic style, with all the fixins. Oh, baby.
I just got a ad for a Nissan Pathfinder starring.
Oh, Pathfinder, you say?
We're playing 5e. You can't be talking about the Nissan
Starring,
Pathfinder.
but
right
Brie Larson was in the commercial, so now I'm gonna buy it.
now. Yeah, there you go.
That's all it took.
No.
Woman from movie.
I'm doing the. I'm doing the.
I'm so paranoid
Leo-
of the aftercare of these piercings.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's it'll be fine. Just be. You
I
make
don't
sure you
want
clean it.
crooked piercings.
As long as you clean it once per day, you'll be fine. It's
Yeah,
it's too
I was told 2 to 3 times per day.
Yeah, no, that's good. The more the better. Me, I always ended up just cleaning mine once a day, but you should do more. Indeed. Don't
Did I
don't
just
be
see a
like.
thing that says Strahd and Mira fan art win?
That was me. I
Oh
said
my.
Paper.
We are putting too much work on paper shoulders. Just
Yeah,
not fair.
we're telling Paper to draw me naked in a church, to draw Strahd naked, and
Just combine
Strahd
it.
and Mira fan art.
Just combine all of it into one.
To be fair, I don't
Oh,
think
one
Paper's
image.
complaining.
Oh,
Also, can you please draw Donovich enjoying a Wendy's 4 for 4?
A Wendy's 4 for 4, please.
Oh, why
Wait, they got rid of
specifically
the
a
4 for
Wendy's
4.
4 for 4?
He's
Did
had a
they?
hard time. He
They
needs
did.
something to brighten his day.
they got rid of
We
the
talk
fourth-
about Pathfinder. I'm like a Pathfinder streamer, but like I have yet to be able to stream it.
Oh, we moved maps?
You really like
Indeed.
Nissans, huh?
What map
Where
are
are
we moving
we?
to?
I will tell you in a second.
Because
We're on
now
the map.
we are back.
This is boss's lair.
Huh.
Just a moment. I'm preparing everything. Andy's not back just yet, so that's okay.
Alrighty then.
Right.
Jokes aside, thank you for letting us mess around, Paper. Obviously, you don't have to draw anything.
Paper, we love
I wanna
you.
see the 4
Please forgive us for our sins.
I would like to see the 4 for 4 though. That one's serious.
Hi, Max.
Thanks, Max.
Good
Have a
time,
good
Max.
one,
We love
bud.
you.
Everyone.
Bye, Max.
Hey, Max. We all acknowledged the event of the day yet?
What's the
I'm
event
so
of Oh.
What is the event of the
Yeah,
day?
it's we got a birthday boy.
Yeah, happy
We did
birthday.
acknowledge it, yeah.
I'm so happy I'm off tomorrow.
Hell fucking yeah.
What map are we on?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
If everyone will transition to the Svalak Svalak Woods, please.
No.
Svalish Woods.
Indeed, that's the very one.
C. Dot Smallish Woods, that one.
This one that we were
Yes.
on like before.
And go to the beginning of the road if you would.
Oh, I'll go to the
Does
beginning.
does
I
the
think you
C
placed
stand
us
for
there.
Cavendish, like Cavendish
Can you
bananas?
stand in that water?
Yeah, 100%, baby.
Hell yeah.
Why would it stand for anything else?
Wait, her brother's coming with us?
Yeah. he said
No,
that.
he's not. No, he's not.
Oh,
that's
I
fine.
didn't think
Yeah,
so.
you get the fuck out of here.
He said explicitly that
came
he's
down
the
to the
now that
bottom.
the burgomaster is dead, he is the one that is left with the charge.
Oh,
of
so
the-
he's still there.
Mhm.
Mhm. It's you
Which
and
way are we
Irina.
going? Like, what was the map name?
It's a shame he's not
Svalak-
coming with
Svalak
us. He's
Svalish
alright for a
Woods.
blonde, I guess.
What?
I said he's alright for a blonde.
Yeah.
Hey, this
Hey.
looks familiar.
We just asking with a raised eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
Something need to
Hey.
Me not that kind of orc.
Go away, me busy now.
Work.
Work. Work. Me not
Okay.
that kind of orc.
Yeah,
So-
That one always got me.
Is everyone all back? Andy as well, Ark?
Ark?
Who is Andy?
Oh.
So sorry. It would be better if you were trying to fool us while your name wasn't on your card.
Well, Ark
Let's
is
see
here.
Paul
Andy doesn't
Allen's
exist.
card.
Right.
Oh my
Right,
God.
right.
Anyway, so you guys
Wrong,
begin
wrong.
making your way down the road out of Village Barovia. Very quickly, it becomes a clearing again of something that looks like it once was farmland. Now completely untended. Grasses overgrow. Small tree saplings begin to take over. And it doesn't take long for the clearing to become woods once more. Only the road ahead of you and towering trees on either side of you. And the mist seems to hug them. Day passes.
Tree hugger.
Day passes quickly enough with you guys wandering down the road without much incident. And it isn't too long before you come across something. A crossroads, just past a little vale in the woods. You can still see the woods on either side of you, and there's just enough room for two roads to intersect. An old wooden gallows creaks in chill winds that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in three directions. Barovia Village to the east, the Tesser Pools to the northwest, Ravenloft and Valaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall, crumbling in places, partially enclosed, a small plot of graves is shrouded in fog.
Oh.
What's her-
Those of you who spoke with Mira before she left, you know that Madame Ava is at the encampment by the Tesser Pools.
Which direction?
That is
This
to the road to the northwest.
All right.
I'm going to ask the sister. What are
Irina.
the Irina? What are the Tesser pools?
It's simply some collections of water where the river Ivlis collects and leads to a falls. A path goes by there. The Vistani use it quite frequently to stay off the roads.
And
The
what path
Vistani.
would
Oh, good. Sorry.
and what path would you recommend, Irina, having known the land better than any of us foreigners?
Unless you have some business up there, I suppose the one that leads to Valaki would suit me.
Who are these Vistani? I've heard mention of them once before, but I don't really know who they are.
They're wanderers. A lively, colorful people. They come and go from Barovia, Valaki. They're amongst the very few that can leave Barovia and come back whenever they wish. For what reason, I don't fully understand. Many of them are very good people, and some are in service to Strahd, I believe.
Okay, so to be clear, this road to the pools would be like in a completely different direction, Valaki. Like it would be kind of a pretty big detour. That's what I kind of.
It's so. You know that both roads would eventually lead to the same area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So she was just saying whichever road takes us to Valaki, unless you have,
I wasn't sure
business elsewhere.
Yeah, I wasn't
Maybe
sure.
I wasn't clear there.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to clarify on that.
No, it's totally cool.
All right.
Derek, check your messages really quick.
Sure. Just second.
Did you? What do you guys think? Do you guys want to like try to check out the pools with Madame Ava, or did you want to just try to stay on the straight and narrow course?
Well, what business do we have with Dave?
That's what we were going to ask.
Yeah, not really anything. I mean, they said to seek her out, but for what purpose? We don't really have one.
Would it be wise to consult them on
I guess
the
wouldn't hurt.
goings-ons of
Irina pipes up a little bit and says, "Many of the wisest are amongst the Vistani, and they're good company. If you had any reason to visit them, well, I wouldn't object."
It might be wise to talk to them just to get a better understanding of the conditions of the road. It sounds like we're going to be on it for a while. And the more information we can gather as we travel, the better.
I can agree with that.
All right, then. The northwest road it is, then.
Wait.
I just want to say, I hope
I
we're
want
not
to hear what
delaying your
Lucia has
introduction.
to say. What did you say?
I hope we're not delaying Winnie's new character.
We might have to go this way to get the new character. I'm not
That's
sure.
why I feel bad.
I don't. In character, I don't really see the need to go this way. I'm
I
just
think
gonna
at this
say.
point, if it's useful, we might as well look at it. It wouldn't
Art
hurt.
is looking for information, and do we know that would we know in character that Castle Ravenloft is where Strahd is from, or no?
You'd be able to glean that based off of the context clues of what has been told to you by those people of Barovia, in particular, Ismar talking about.
It also
Strahd.
might be wise to travel this way to steer clear of Castle Ravenloft. I don't like the idea of getting too close after, well, the events of last night.
Well, that would be wise indeed, Ark, but both of these roads eventually lead to the same place. The northeast, or the northwest, is, I suppose, the shorter of the two. The only difference is that it passes the Tesser pools. Truth be told, I've never taken the other one before.
Well, if it's shorter and there might be potential allies up ahead, I don't see why we wouldn't want to go that way.
Very well. If it's shorter, then I have no objection to that course.
Anyone else?
I
No.
guess not.
No objections.
As you guys are discussing this, from behind you while you're talking, you hear a creaking noise coming from the gallows. And it won't take any perception check to immediately notice as you turn around that where there was once nothing now hangs a lifeless, decaying body. It is a likeness of you, Lucia. It looks almost identical.
God damn.
Good gods.
Don't spoil what I was gonna do after the session. kidding.
Oh God! Please no.
That was dark.
Looks almost identical, but lifeless, grayed, unblinking eyes stare directly down at you.
What the fuck?
That
The
wasn't
creaking
there a
of
minute ago.
the rope.
Out of my sight, and I'm gonna firebolt it.
As you do so, the firebolt passes directly through it, the body itself dissipating into a fine mist.
Girl, what the hell? Can I roll something like investigation or arcana? What is this?
Whatever you like.
I will try to do a religion, or does divine magic allow you to roll religion?
You
Does
can
that count?
you can just roll a religion check if you'd like.
I'm touching myself.
It looks like some sort of
Fucking
illusion.
Amazing.
Okay, hold on. Don't fuck.
Sees
Why is
a
it making
body
me
in
roll?
the gallows. I'm touching.
It's making me roll with advantage for some reason.
Just take
Ignore. Yeah, take whatever. Oh, okay.
It's a 16 on arcana.
Just take the first of the two, whatever it is.
That's a
The
15.
first of the two. What's in chat?
Oh,
then?
15.
Oh, no, nothing even shut up
What?
for me.
Did I get a 12 or did I get...
11
You got
and
an
4.
11.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Did the
Let
dice
me
roll again?
No,
let me try.
No.
it was 11, my friend.
Look like a 12.
Is anything I'm rolling showing up in chat? I rolled 2 nat ones in a row.
No, I don't see it in chat.
All right.
I rolled 2 nat
Let-
ones.
let-
I
let-
just
let
put it
me
like
see.
that.
Let me save you guys the time. None of you know what this is about. It seems distinctly unnatural, but what
Let's move
machinations, what caused
fast.
it, it's impossible to tell.
Yes, I definitely think the shortest route would be the best route.
Most
Arena looks-
prudent indeed.
Arena looks distraught, as do your retainers, Lobrin.
Yeah.
And she says, "All right then, follow me." And the road gradually disappears as you guys progress from the woods and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There is a clearing here, next to a river that widens to form a small lake, several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. Horses?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh
Baham-
shit, horses!
That's
The
the horse
siren.
siren! That's the horse siren!
That's the
happening
horse
over there? What the
siren!
fuck is happening over
Horses!
Y'all good? What's happening over there?
It's just the fire
siren.
department.
Hold on, I'll mute
No, it's
myself.
the air raid siren.
It's an air raid.
They're
Right,
It's
actually in
technically
World
an
War
air
II
raid
London.
siren, but it's used by our fire department.
Are you guys really in World War II London?
Apparently.
But it
It really
feels
does
like-
archaic.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, we live right next door to a fire department, and sometimes that shit goes off at 2 a.m. and I just
Yeah, it makes me want to kill
That's
myself.
just kind of what we
Along
do.
with that, the mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between river and forest's edge. I would have each of you go from Svalak Woods and change to the Tesser Pools at the very bottom.
Ooh.
It's a very small board, but if you would.
It's very quaint.
It's nice to see a pop of color in these, well, honestly, dreadful woods that you.
Well, isn't this
Make home
lovely?
Wait, why is the water following anyone else's mouth like the pool? The hell is this? Oh,
Oh,
shit.
No, now it's depressing.
Your mouth? What do you mean?
I have like a pool of water following my mouse, and it's like in a cube, or following my like the center of my screen.
I don't know, man.
Very peculiar.
Is your screen haunted by chance?
I can
You get-
spawn a pond wherever I want on the map. Pond romance.
Try clicking on it. See what happens.
I'm
Let me get
trying.
your characters in here.
You guys want me to screenshot this?
Yes,
Show you
please.
what
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
fucking-
Share it in the
I can put it
Discord
here.
for our lovely viewers.
Yeah, let the lovelies see
I'll
whatever
put it
the
on-
fuck's happening with your screen.
I'll put it in the
Yeah.
I'll put it in the OOC.
Okay.
There it is. There. This is that center black
Oh, what
square.
the- oh, I think I
Following
know
you
why.
around.
It's because your viewpoint is too low. Like that white lever, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you gotta raise it.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, so this was built in like the basement. This map.
Or something. All right.
All right. Thank
So
you.
anyway, you guys hear the sounds of accordion, you see colorful tents and just as colorful people. We're looking to have a fun time of merrymaking, give or take. At this point in the day, it's close to noon.
Well, it's dark
They
as shit outside.
It's always dark in Barovia, overcast.
these
and
mushrooms on the
gloomy.
rocks.
Seattle.
Yeah, several people. And amongst these people, Winter, if you would, introduce...
Yay!
Sure, so
Make the
sitting
right decision.
amongst the Vistani, you see, let me actually put my shit in here into our overlay. Give me 1 second.
I'm looking at the stream now. This better be good.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm
dun,
friend.
dun, 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 dun.
That's not
Oh,
the
they're
right
so
thing.
cool.
Da-da-da. You see, sitting there, a thin, shorter half-elf, eyes looking a little dark underneath, looking a little tired, a little stressed out. However, the clothes themselves are a bit pristine. They are wearing a more like an academic uniform, and they are sitting by the fire, watching the merriment, trying to partake in whatever conversation they can, while they have also a smaller pygmy owl sitting on their knee that looks to be looking about very anxiously.
Indeed. And
Pharaoh
as
is going to squeal with excitement.
and just to let you guys know, in NPCs, I've posted the kind of characters you're seeing all around the fireplaces. in
Ooh,
town.
yeah.
Lucia will
wow.
like cover her ear at the squeal.
Oh, that's fun. Look at that big instrument.
I like them.
I like them.
Indeed. Okay.
And she's going to run up to this person and go, Twyla!
Aaron?
It's
What?
you! What are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you. How did you end up here? What's happening?
Well, we're on a bit of an adventure right now.
Well,
A
that
rather
makes both
grave.
of us.
How did you end up here? Last time I saw you, oh my goodness, it's when you visited our commune.
Well, I don't think I was supposed to be here, but I got lost trying to make my way to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep? That's quite a ways away from here. We just came from Barovia.
Barovia. Yeah, from what I understood, that seems to be where we've all been stuck. And Derek, what's my little friend doing?
At this point, Dollop is on your shoulder, kind of like
Oh my
tucked
god,
away,
it's Dollop.
tucked away into your hair, and it pokes its little owly head out with gigantic eyes and looks at Faerun, looks between all of you and goes, ooh, ooh.
No, Dollop, it's alright. It's alright, these are friends.
Do you remember me?
Dollop, you remember Faerun,
Kind
right?
of puffs out his feathers a little bit and make himself look big. He's not. He's very small. And then he looks to Faerun a little bit, cocks its head, turns it 360 degrees, and flies over and lands on your shoulder, Faerun.
Buddy. I'm gonna give him little scritches and say, I missed you so much.
He gives you soft little coos. He goes, ooh, 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 ooh.
Aww.
As you,
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. As this is going on, one of the colorfully dressed Vistani, a lithe woman with tied back hair, Twyla, you know her well. She's made an acquaintanceship with you. Her name is Natasha. She approaches with a large decanter of wine. She says, "These friends of yours, Twyla."
Oh, yes, forgive me, everyone. She nods her head to your entire group and she goes, forgive the lack of introductions. My name is Twyla Starbrook, student of the Conclave of Silvery Moon. And this is Madame Ava.
That was a mouthful.
Most of the Vistani at this point are like passing wine skins like amongst each other. Some of them are playing the odd instrument here and there. There's a large lute, there's an accordion. Some of them nod their heads to you, some of them send out a hearty hail. And most of them just seem like they're languidly enjoying the night. Some celebrating, doing jaunty little dances. They seem like a fun bunch.
I like them. They seem like my kind of people.
Can my can my retainer introduce me to this?
Oh, Jesus.
How would you ask him to do that in character?
Okay, so he's not gonna do it on his own accord. Fucking.
She's
What
like,
do I expect? No, I'm kidding.
You just kind of kick the back of his knee.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna turn to Rolf instead of him and go.
oh, excuse me.
Reminder that he has a trumpet, by the way.
Excuse me, my lord. Excuse me. And then he takes it from his little bandolier, and then toots it once and goes. Burp.
Oh my god, you could have scared Dollop.
Yeah, what does Dollop do with them?
Announcing, Dollop goes
He's probably gonna fly right
and
back
jumps
to you.
over back to your shoulder and says, "Excuse me, let me try that again." Burp, burp. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. That's a little better.
So good. I'm gonna sleep on this crate as soon as-
Announcing Lord Lobrin, Broken Gulf of Waterdeep. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Yes. Lobrin, the Broken Gulf of
Bruno's,
Waterdeep.
Bruno's already like sit next to the fire and he's kind of like elbowing one of the Vistani who's already passing him a water skin. There's an unspoken language going on here.
Karen's gonna put a very small flower crown that she has around Dollop's head so he can wear it like a necklace.
He's shaking a little bit, but he takes it.
I'm trying to calm him from
I'll
the
hold-
scary
I'm
horn.
gonna hold Dollop and go, there, Dollop. Now, we've been around a lot of strange things lately, but this is all right.
Lobrin's gonna just look around, seeing like basically no reaction, just go. Lobrin, Broken Gulf of Waterdeep.
There's not no reaction. Most of them just kind of look at you curiously. Some have narrowed eyes. One of them, who is a little too imbibed, claps hands and goes, "Is that Lobrin Broken?"
Yes, I like you. I'm pointing at them like a little.
Well, as all that's
moment.
happening, Lucy is like stepping away to like not associate with that. It's just...
Ark is also stepping, like sidestepping and gonna walk around this way.
Well then,
Liza-
he'll. I was just gonna say he's gonna hop down and walk over toward Twyla and introduce himself more personally.
Elizabeth is writing down like a lot of things into her little notebook as this is going on. Go ahead.
Twyla, you said yes. believe I overheard from my compatriot Farin. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. Somebody else who was, I believe I overheard, searching for Waterdeep, was it?
Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lobrin. And this is my little friend here, Dollop. Dollop, say hello.
Hello, little dollop.
Yeah, there we go, Dollop. That's very
What's
nice
the-
manners, like we've practiced.
I love the art, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'll post the full
Very
art after session. Yeah,
Lobrin,
I was looking for Waterdeep, but I had an apprenticeship. However, everything just got so dark and foggy, and before I knew it, I had lost my way. Oh, Paper. Who's taken the potion?
Indeed. Ooh.
Well,
Who's
as
taking
we're,
the
as we're
potion,
waiting
Paper?
for the potion to
Oh,
be...
well.
Oh.
Oh!
I'm drawn a feeling.
Bow, bow, bow. All right, hold on. A little bit of ASMR for the lads and ladies.
Ooh,
Winter, it took everything in me not to sing my version of that song.
that would have been a really good version, though.
We're gonna get banned!
No.
Anyway,
Out of everything, that's what
I'm
would have gotten
so
us banned.
can you
I'm
imagine?
so curious what this is. You gotta tell me after stream.
I'm so
Why don't I just sing it right now?
I would like to hear your version, if I'm being honest.
Okay, we'll save it for after the session. If and only if you make specifically Winter take 5 shots. Anyway,
What?
Natasha, as you guys are speaking, kind of pipes up a little bit closer to it, and she says, "I hate to interrupt such a fun reunion, but you must understand these are no doubt the people that Ava was speaking of. Is that correct, Twilight?"
I believe that would be.
Um,
How fortuitous.
Out of character, Twilight, you would know that Ava spoke of the coming of newcomers and gave brief descriptions of each of them, uncannily. That match these people exactly.
Twyla might have had like a vague suspicion that maybe the very specific druid that was mentioned might be of something that she knew, but wasn't too sure until she finally saw Faerun coming through.
It is
Coming, barging through. She was rumbling over.
I don't mean to stick my nose where it doesn't belong, but you may sear if you wish, and if not, there's fine company to enjoy, and much wine too. So please, relax if you will.
Thank you so much. Would you like a flower crown?
I rather like you. Yes, I will take one.
Oh my god, okay. So she has so many in her bag. Infinite. And she pulls 2 out and she goes, pick, which one's your favorite?
Oh, let's see. Don't see many flowers here anymore. Do you have any in red?
I do! So she quickly puts the 2 back, goes back in her bag, pulls out one with, what are they called? Primrose? Are the primrose the red ones?
Primrose come in a variety of colors, but yeah, sure, it can be
They're
red.
primroses. And she
Okay.
hands it to her.
All right.
And she also goes and takes out one made of small. What are the tiny little? Oh shoot! What are they called? What are the cute little tiny white flowers that sprout up all around spring?
Oh,
It could be phlox.
depends on what
it
you're
could-
talking about. Phlox, baby's
could-
breath, forget-me-nots.
Lily of the Valley.
It might be Lily of the Valley, but she's going to give that one to Twyla and say, "This one's for you."
Oh, well, thank you. What brings you all here, though? This is quite the place to, I guess, meet on such odd occasion.
Well, we've been through quite a lot, and we've sort of been. We made a promise to somebody. To wait, where is said sister?
She's just sitting down by the fire, not saying much, but she seems to be like releasing some tension, at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We made a promise to somebody in Barovia to make sure that we saw his sister to safety, and that's who we're traveling with. She's sitting over there by the fire. Very nice. Very kind.
Kolyana is her name. Irina Kolyana.
I didn't want to give away too much information, Lobrin. She hasn't even had a chance to introduce herself yet.
You're catching a side-eye from Lobrin. Well, at the end of the day, they were going to find out sooner or later.
He's right.
Guess
Irina
so.
pipes up and she gives a bow to all of them. She says, "It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and your hospitality is well met." And all of them give her a welcoming look, and Natasha at this point runs to the bigger one playing the lute. says, Nico, look at my flower crown. Have you seen such a thing? And he just kind of chuckles a little bit and begins playing a new, like, more happy tune.
Happy tune.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well.
When you get... Go ahead.
Well, if you're here to stay, at least for a little, I have to highly insist that you see Madame Ava. She's been of quite great assistance to me, at least. Well, I've been stuck here anyway.
Stuck here? What do you mean?
Well, I can't seem to be able to leave. Right, Dollop?
Huh?
We tried Dollop, right, Dollop? Yeah. Yeah.
We
I
were
know,
also
buddy.
we were also trapped here by the gates when we first arrived.
Oh,
Indeed.
yes. I'm
The
sorry
bigger
to
one
hear
with
it.
a lute kind of pipes up and says,
Hmm.
It is, we hear the same from many of your ilk and Barovians as well. It's the mist that has a mind of its own. I do not envy your position, but there's worse company to be in.
That I would agree. Though that mist is something like
agree
I've
to
never
that.
seen or studied before.
Anticipate to see more of it, I assure you.
Well, if you're stuck here, and we're sort of stuck here, maybe it's best if we travel together. You can join up with us.
Oh, would that be alright? It'd be nice to see a familiar face at least.
Well, what about the rest of these people here? Are you traveling with them?
Are you traveling with the horses?
Oh my god.
We're segueing back to the
Wilbur's
horses.
just trying to convince you to get horses for
I
him.
did not say a fucking word about the horses yet.
Yes.
You did in your mind.
Yes, I love that. That's good.
I will say that Vistani and Madame Ava have shown me quite the hospitality and have taken me in my time of need, which I can never really repay them for. So I've been with them for a little while, however, it's not my intended destination. I would like to get out of this land sooner rather than later.
Can I get a quick debriefing on who has the highest passive perception here?
I think it's
Farron,
me.
I think.
It's
Probably
a
Farron.
It's a 16.
Farron! Let me tell you what you see. At the opposite end of camp, close to where the other fires are, there is a man who is climbing atop one of the horses and is kind of stroking its mane a little bit. He looks like he means to leave. He looks familiar to you.
Familiar.
He gave you a letter not long ago.
1 second, guys! And I'm gonna run up to him. Where is he? Where is he?
Hold on.
Where is he?
I'm working on that. Give me a second. What's the
Actually, I'd
proper-
probably say, guys, follow me. I'd probably say, guys, follow me.
Would you say, guys, follow me?
I'd follow.
They, thems, she, hers, he, his. Follow me!
Yeah, that guy's fine for now.
I will not follow, but I will watch and talk and mingle.
Oh, look
We'll
at
follow.
that confused manner.
So you approach him. Do you say anything?
You! Do you
And he-
remember me?
From atop his horse, he kind of goes, You. I did not expect to see you so soon. I remember you.
Wait, one more time, I didn't hear that.
He said, I did not expect to see you so soon, but yes, I remember you and your company.
What are you doing here?
These are my kin. I was saying hello.
Your kin. And where are you headed now? Back to your master?
I have many masters. Which one do you speak of?
Ew.
The one that
Shut up.
that
What's
ordered
the
you to
meaning of
deliver
Ed?
that letter to us the day at the tavern?
Oh, yes, the most well-paying of them. Yes, No, I am not seeing him tonight.
Remind me of his name.
If this is about the letter, I did not read its contents. He paid me well.
Did his name start with an S and end with a trod?
Jesus Christ. Or something. Look, if you wish to display some anger to me, you might as well get on with it.
That letter was a terrible trick and a terrible lie, and I just want you to know that you shouldn't maybe take money from whoever gives it to you just to go deliver something that could get people killed, because we almost died because of you, and I lost one of my friends. So there.
My condolences. I did not read the letter. That was an explicit order. But I'll tell you what also kills: a lack of food, a lack of shelter. All of these things, they take coin. So, I must as well.
Baron's gonna huff, turn on her heel, and say, I hope I never have to see you again.
We
And
can
I shall
arrange
oblige
that,
you.
and I'm preparing Scorching Ray.
Wait, are you for real?
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying I would kill for Farron.
Oh, that's so
Thank
sweet.
you.
He's going
If your
to
character would do it, there's no issue with
I'm
it.
gonna
He's
go
go-
pout next to Twyla.
He's gonna give a gesture of his hand, like a sort of like a sort of farewell, sort of polite gesture, as he and his horse ride off.
Well,
Hmm.
that was something to
Oh,
witness.
that happened.
I say
What?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mira with Strahd.
Oh my god. We're gonna be hearing about this for the rest of the campaign.
We are. That's
Yeah, we're never like we're never
Sorry
gonna
about
forget
that,
that joke.
guys. Twyla, you're probably
Oh.
not aware, but not many nights ago, that man approached me and a few of my new traveling companions in a tavern with a letter. That letter led us to Barovia, where we were met with many hardship and a loss of a companion.
I see.
Lucia kind of like looks at the ground when that part's mentioned.
Now, granted, he didn't know any of that was going to happen, but he knew who he was making a deal with, and he knew. He had to have known how dangerous this man was, but he took his coin anyway, because that's what's more important to most people.
Well, how did you know that? Is that what he said?
Yes!
Oh, that's disturbing.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you lost a friend, but from anything that I've learned, at least in the time that I've been here, if it's from Strahd himself, that's not someone you can just say no to.
What makes you say that?
No.
What makes you say that?
Now
That's
hold on,
all,
she's
everyone.
spitting. She's spitting.
That's all, folks.
He made it seem like it wasn't
Make sure to
even...
join the Discord for like the entire porn channel of
Yeah.
like just Mira getting fucking demolished.
I never
He
mind
just made it seem like he didn't even question it. Like, he just said, sure, yeah, whatever. You know, like, I'm getting paid, great.
Yes, but back to my question. What makes you say that Strahd, you can't say no to him? Asking Twyla this.
Well, he's the lord of this land, and I'm sure if you know this much of him so far, it seems you have a bit of a disdain for him. You know that
That's a
he
way
might
to
control
put
more
it.
than you think.
Yeah, did you know that I think he's a vampire?
I might have heard something like that before.
Yeah, crazy, right? I mean, like,
it's actually pretty scary. I've never seen a vampire before.
yeah, I did, last night.
Saw him in person.
Yes, he whisked our friend away.
Is he scary?
He was actually really hot and intimidating,
God
but like
damn it, you
in a
two.
really hot way. But like,
Like
also-
you'll say that. God damn it, you
but he
two.
was like scary, but like hot scary, and I'm really frustrated that he was hot scary because I hate him, but he's also really attractive and smooth and suave and
The
stuff.
line between in character and out of character is getting heavily blurred in this conversation.
Look, man, her character can find her. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, I'm just saying between the two of them in general.
He's holding this land with an iron fist. God damn him.
He's just horrible.
And
Anyway.
Mira will be receiving an
He
iron
has-
fist later. Sorry.
Anyway, he's taken a liking to our traveling companion who we're getting to safety. We're trying to get her as far away as possible from him because, well, he just can't seem to leave her alone. She's been suffering greatly at his hands. I mean, the whole town has, but specifically her and her brother. So,
It's like a creepy predator playing with his little pawns.
exactly. I don't like it, not one bit. I'm sure she doesn't either.
Bless you.
What?
Bless you.
Well,
As you guys say this, a figure comes out from the tent to your, I suppose that would be eastmost. Elderly woman. She walks with a cane. Posture's not great. Looks like she's seen her years. She only walks a few steps out from her tent. Looks between all of you and says, Twyla, Lobrin, Farron, Ark, and Lucia, if you would please join me in my tent when you are able.
yes, right away, Madam Ava.
Who is that?
Who's that?
That's Madam Ava.
Mark's not even gonna question it and just follow along.
Okay.
She's a
Sure.
wonderful prophet and has been a very kind soul to me.
Did she
All
call
right.
Irina?
She didn't. She did not.
Alright, I'm gonna walk over to Irina and just say, we're going to meet
Get one of the horses.
somebody, but we'll be back shortly.
She kind of grits her teeth a little bit, and she says, no. If she has information to give you, she can give it to me too. I'll wait outside.
Okay.
She walks with you, but doesn't go into the tent.
I'm gonna like whisper to everyone as we're walking over, but I'll say, she actually foretold me that you all were coming.
Really?
Yeah,
Is she a fortune teller?
I think she's a little more than that. She's the real deal.
Whoa.
As you guys enter this well-lit tent, pretty well furnished too, it looks cozy. And this elderly woman, long gray hair with little bits of black in there still, very wrinkled, is sitting kind of behind a table. She looks between each of you. And she says, I had been aware of your coming for some time, but I must admit, seeing you here in person, it still surprises me. They never really match what I imagine them to be. Just the same, I'm pleased to see all of you. Please sit.
I sit
I sit down.
and I hold Dollop in my lap and just kind of look at him and assess how he's doing.
He nestles in your lap, looks up at you as you look down at him, and he just kind of like, he looks the same way he always does, pretty unsure, but at least he's comfortable right now.
Good enough.
Magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. And as you guys observe that, how do you all greet her?
Son of a bitch. Sorry.
Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Farron, but you know that already, I guess.
She nods at you.
Let me see you. And she'll just like bow and just kind of sit. Still kind of eyeing the floor.
Mm-hmm. There's a rug. There's like almost a tapestry-like rug set out. For
Yeah,
you.
just kind of.
Mhm. And
Hello?
you,
Yes.
The
I don't
others?
say. I just nod and clear my throat. I'm not really
Hello?
say anything.
Really? Lover
Jingle.
doesn't want to say anything? He doesn't want to introduce himself?
that's a first. No, that's not.
That is a first. Ark is
so-
kind of just sitting there waiting, but
Yeah, I was just gonna add real quick that I don't see the need to say anything to this person who already knows her name and has called us here for a reason. So that's all he does. He acknowledges her.
Ark knows how this kind of thing usually goes. They're called over by someone who shouldn't know their name but does, and then they impart some kind of information or
This isn't Ark's
something. He's been, been through things a few different times.
So she nods a little bit and has a kind of knowing look to her face as you two sit silently. And she's, most of you have good manners, and that will serve you well in this land. Very few do, but just the same. I knew of your coming, and I've had glimpses of you, but
Oh shit.
I would depart upon each of you a favor. And I must ask first before I do it. I can read your fortunes, but I'll not do it without your permission. The information I have to give, you need to want to receive.
Tellers. Aaron's gonna whisper that to Twyla.
I need some additional guidance after the past day. I'll go first.
Yeah,
This will be for all of you, I'm afraid. Stay seated where you are. You need not do anything. And I will give you this only once. She takes cards from her robe pocket. She takes cards from her pocket and places it in an orientation of 5, almost looking like a cross. And then she pulls the first from the left and she flips it. And she says, "This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you in better understanding your enemy. For indeed, you have a great enemy now." Let's see what card you draw.
Ooh.
This is exciting, and also a big thank you.
Yeah, but shout out to the throne for the cards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
shout
the
out to Throne.
cards. They are sick. I love them. I'm going to cherish them forever. And you guys pull the 5 of Swords,
I don't know what that
titled Myrmidon. She draws the card and then looks between each of you back to the card, which has 5 swords on it. Indeed, it is artistically depicted. The cards themselves look old. And then she finally speaks. "Look for a den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. The treasure belongs to Mother Night." And she goes and traces her finger along to the topmost card.
Mother Night.
And before she flips it, she says, "This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. Remember this well." Let's see what card you draw. Give me a moment.
Wait, who's drawing who? Is this just for all of us?
everyone.
She's like drawing like a tarot reader for you guys. Pretty much.
Okay.
The whole party.
She flips the card and then says, "This is the 7 of Stars. It marks the illusionist. A man is not what he seems. He comes here in carnival wagon, under guise. Therein lies what you seek." And then she closes her eyes, traces her fingers over the last 3 remaining cards, and finds one at the farthest right, places her hand on it. And she says, "This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of pure sunlight." And then she flips the card. Let's see what you get here. Ooh, this one. It marks the 2 of Coins, the philanthropist. "Look to a place where sickness and madness are bred, where children once cried,
Huh?
Uh-oh.
the treasure lies still." 2 cards remain. She closes her eyes once
I mean,
more.
you have to go back to Death House?
No.
She traces her fingers over the last 2 remaining cards and goes to the lower one. Places her finger atop it. And then before flipping it, she says, "This card, yes, this card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in your battle against darkness." And then before flipping it, one second here. Let's see. Second. Cards. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, I'm going. Where are you?
What are you looking for?
One final card. Ah, found it. Okay.
Yay.
She flips the card, and the card marks on it the man on a horse. Indeed, this card is the Horseman. You're welcome.
Oh, the Horseman!
Bojack.
It's just they're too abstract. I wish they were more direct with what they mean.
The Horseman.
Then she speaks.
Well,
up.
Derek, I sent you a tool actually about Taroka cards, but
Okay, thank you. And then she reads, "A man of death named Aragal will forsake his dark lord to serve your cause. Beware, though. His heart is plagued."
hmm.
Can you spell that? Aragal?
Arrigal.
Thank you.
I knew that's how it's spelled. I don't know how. Like,
It was just a feeling.
Then she puts her finger over the final card, closes her eyes, and she says, "Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him." And she flips the card, and she draws. Okay, this one is significant. Let's see.
ooh.
The Queen of Spades.
Wow.
The cards can't see
Wow.
where the evil lurks. The mists obscure it. This one remains a mystery to you. And then she takes her cards, puts them back into her deck, slides them into her pocket, and she puts her hands clasped together and closes her eyes. Breathes deeply.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, "I thank you for your patience. Cards are not always as direct as I would have them be, but I hope this is of some use to you."
I have no idea what the fuck just happened.
Oh my god. And she kind of like, sort of like packs up her table a little bit. Like she takes the crystal ball off of it, removes the remaining cards off of it. And she says, "Take from it what you will, but move cautiously, for you are in treacherous territory. Any way I may be of assistance to you beyond this, beyond what the cards say, you need only speak to me and ask."
I'll give her a nod of gratitude and say, "Thank you, Madam Ava."
I will bow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ark will do the same.
Lobrin will also follow suit, and I'm giving Winnie another potion.
That better not
Trying-
be. I haven't been able to
Try-
get up to go get
I'm
any
trying
of
to
them.
get the fucking 5 that the DM said we need to get.
Holy shit! I
What?
wasn't-
Why do I need
wasn't-
5?
I wasn't being serious.
It's too late. It's
I'm
too
not
late.
taking
Wait, what
5.
happens at 5?
No, it's not 5 yet. It's only 2.
I'm not
Goodness
taking
gracious.
5, period, tonight.
She's got work tomorrow.
And that's
We
why-
I
all
still have
have
to go
one.
get those 2.
Should I change it?
I mean,
I'm
I just have to
changing
run
it-
downstairs,
I'm
but there hasn't
changing
been an
it to the-
opportunity.
I can't even pick Faerun, who was the one talking. Oh yeah, paper. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I think this actually is an auspicious time for us to call the session, as a matter
Oh.
of fact.
It might be a
Okay.
good time indeed.
Well,
What?
then I might just have
It's
time
a
for
great,
2.
it's a great ending period.
I want my potion back.
No refunds. You guys just got your fortune. Use that information how you want. Maybe you need some time to stew on it.
I need time to, like, read back over it
Mhm.
and stew on it.
Indeed. If any of you want recitings of the reading that you got, I will happily give it to you via DM.
Check the VOD.
Yeah,
I do
that's
have
it. That's it.
I wrote down stuff too about it.
Splendid indeed. And that will be our session. And hey, I already have celebration music going. So let's go on and
Yeah.
start with player inspiration. Oh my god, introduction of a new character, and look how cute she is. I love that little owl. Fantastic. Starting off the
Peak
top
art.
with Twyla.
Dollop is my life, but I'm going to give inspiration. I think everyone did some cool shit here today. I'm gonna give it to Lucia for having, like, a religious crisis.
Damn. That's the way to put it. You're not wrong. I think it was the best
You're
timing
not
for her to
wrong.
have that religious crisis, and then we had to immediately go to a Lathander church.
That's pretty good. So I'm gonna give it to Lucia for having
Oh,
character crisis.
we like Crisis.
What do you like, crisis? Lobren.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
It's hard. Well, interspersed, let me just say that I am excited to see how Twyla develops. And we only got like a brief teaser of her this session because we were kind of like taking a while to get to where we had to get to. But I look forward to seeing that character develop and dollop too. But for inspo, it's really kind of between Ark and Faerun this session. And I think this session I got to give it to Ark because I think Andy's been doing a really good job, both reflected in like I guess the first half of this session and over the past couple sessions, just like kind of like pushing things forward and portraying his character in a way that like is sort of doing a good job at getting things like kind of straightened and moved along.
Yeah, you're right. He's doing a great job.
So he gets my vote for tonight.
Fair. Yeah. Props to Ark. Farron.
Oh, this is a tricky one. I think everybody did really well, but I really want to just give it to Winnie for her new character.
And you can. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I love her. I know her, but like, I just think that she did a really good job, like with the introductions, just with the short amount of time that she had to role play. I really appreciated it, and I'm very excited to see more of her.
Thank you. If I have to make a third one, I'm gonna be very sad.
All right, Lucia.
I would like to give it to. I'm tied between Farron and Twyla. I'm gonna give it to Farron. I think she had a lot of like interesting moments, especially with like the little flower crowns.
Oh, thank you.
And the restraint to not get that pipe because I know you wanted that.
I didn't want you to have to just sit there while I'll be like, I'll be right back.
We'll be
Dude,
We'll be right back.
I was just going there because you needed to. Like, I needed to get arrows.
Yeah, I was going
You
there.
could have just gotten piped in the background while I made that transaction.
That's true. Can we write that in, DM?
I'm afraid
In the
we're gonna have to wait.
On that. You could have gotten piped in. You could have got a quickie in the stock room while he was. Well,
Oh my
while she was selling
goodness.
them.
You'll probably get your
Gonna take
chance.
another persuasion check, which I'm terrible at.
Yeah, it'll go.
I
to
didn't
Farron,
use
right?
my inspo.
That's okay.
Didn't use mine either. I didn't have.
That's
a chance.
why I'm voting for you. So.
I think I rolled one soul session.
And finally, Ark.
This is a tough one because I feel like everyone did really well. But I'm gonna give it to Lobrin, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Every time that your character does something, it's always funny. And it's very enjoyable. With how gloomy the background of this campaign is, it is 100% necessary.
Yeah. Lobrin
pretty
is
good.
time and time again a fantastic character. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that gives us with one vote per person, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a tie.
Nice fucking try, guys. But now I have something that I've been planning to use, and I'm going to use it.
Huh?
Please be more creative.
Oh, is he gonna roll?
I'm going to roll.
Die?
Guys.
What are you
Yeah.
rolling? A D5?
D10, but yeah.
Gotcha. What are the
D5
numbers?
times 2.
What's everyone's range?
1 and 2 will be Twyla. 3 and 4 will be Lobrin. 5 and 6 will be Farron. 7 and 8 will be Lucia. 9 and 10 will be Ark.
Okay.
It's a 6. Congratulations, Farron. You got
Oh wow!
Farron's vote.
Yay!
Yay!
Huzzah!
Alright.
And
Wow.
Oh,
then, of course,
Thank you,
there is
guys.
viewer inspiration.
Yes, in the Discord, in the wonderful Discord, you can vote for your whoever you felt deserved inspiration and was snubbed. You can vote for the DM to have inspiration to give to a enemy of their choosing.
That's never
That's
how it's
not a
worked.
fucking thing.
That's never happened, but it would be funny. So
I
No.
For us,
immediately. What
for
the
us.
fuck?
Not for fucking
I
us.
saw that
wrong
shit. I got
with
a vote
you?
instantly.
would be funny. That's all I'm saying. Would be funny.
Paper, you're a real one.
Thank you, Paper.
Oh,
Well,
it went away.
Thank you guys all for coming tonight and joining us on this little session.
This was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
thanks
A
so
little
much.
bit of a traverse session, but the ball's going to be rolling and coming down that hill as an avalanche pretty darn soon. Pretty darn soon. Things progress
Sure.
quickly.
It's
Thank
not
you
a
for
dull
joining us,
moment.
everyone, tonight. This was a
Ravenloft.
lovely time.
Absolutely.
Indeed, and I guess we'll call it here. Thanks,
It's
everyone. and
always
have-
very fun joining this campaign.
And we're
And we
happy
love
to
you.
have you with us. This is a great
Good night,
time.
everyone. We love
Good night,
you.
everybody.
Good night, lovelies.
Bye.
Catch you in the VOD and the Discord. Bye-bye.
I am my way.